Fam. 7:30 a.m. where we're at here in Singapore. We had a lot of things going on this evening. Met a lot of wonderful people. Saw some stuff going on in the charts. Me and my main man, Crypto Danks.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another rendition of My mic is off. Welcome back, everyone. Now it's on. Welcome back, everyone. Good to see you. It's your boy Crypto Danks and Callum. We're gonna jump in just a second. I do want to talk right off the bat about obviously this Kate rug pull. Or that's what I've been just reading in the chat. I really haven't even had a chance to catch up on it. So we're gonna go through this together. If you're in the chat and you have any links about KDX, this wallet, and all of the situation, or the Caspa KRC20 tokens, post whatever. We'll run it
Tiggle
up.
Bitty says you guys sound exhausted. We are at 7:30 in the morning. We're going to give you a rundown of what happened this evening, but we're going to break down these charts. Everybody, we love you. That's why we're here.
We're going to break down these charts. Everybody, we love you.
And Wade, I'm not showing the shorts and the underwear so much. I think we're good. Just for you this time, you're in the clear, my man. But I know you secretly want this.
So let's get it going.
You want this.
We're here. Charts are doing some things. Tiggle Bitty says we sound exhausted. We are. But it's just nonstop. So much good networking. But then you come back, I'm a crypto guy. Danks is a crypto guy. You come back after a night of networking and then you look at the charts and you're like, so much has happened. There's some really huge bullish signals on a couple coins. And at the same time, there's some incredibly bearish signals on other coins, even in the same narratives. So we want to talk about that. There's also some stuff going on with Caspa, with KDX, and some other things. So we're going to dive into it. Tiggle Bitties, how you doing? Average Crypto Joe, the Bitcoin realist, Wade G, here to look down Crypto Danks pants, looking for that duck butter. We got Astra. We got the fam here. It's all good. We're going to dive into this. So our boy. What's it, dude? Look, you are so pixelated.
Dude, look, you are.
Mine?
I think you guys have to realize we're on like a weird wireless router that was provided to us from the hotel here. But we're going to continue on. But even if they can't see you, you're a good looking guy. The charts are the most important thing. So Ethan Smith, by the way, shout out to you, always sharing such incredible content, thoughts, information in BitLab Discord and the Signals Lab. Just checking. I think we're back. We're back. Guys, let me know. Are we back? Everybody throw a 1 in chat if it's all good. I know it says it's frozen, Kelly. I get it. Back. Cool. We're back. Cool. So we just we did a seance to the weather lords and nothing changed, but somehow you're not joined here. And by the way, if this is not working with it, we were trying to do it with his computer and a separate camera. If that's an issue, I'll just turn the camera and we'll look up his shorts again. All good. Gabby, how you doing? Alexander G, Chad Guinea, Crypto Pollo. Always love seeing you, Crypto Pollo. Hadari, we're about to get into this. We're trying to, this is difficult with the terrible internet situation. But looking at some of the things going on, let me boom. Looking at some of the things going on here. First off, we're on the 1 hour. Let's go to the daily. Bitcoin's doing some interesting things. And we got Danks is going to pop back in here in a moment. Thank you guys for being so wonderful. While I'm out here, you guys have seen my streams from the studio. They're always very professional, but we got to be homies. We got to also just do stuff when it's not top notch, right? We got to just look at the charts. It doesn't matter if it's polished or not. We're just talking about a frickin' trend line that's arbitrary, that may or may not hit, as well as the data that's underneath, right? And this is what we're looking at right here. This price action coming up. And look at this BitLab trading stack right here, BitLab intelligence. You see this? This signal, if we double click here, this signal showed, based on the underlying technicals, there's a lot of bullishness coming in underlying this candle. And what did we see that follow up with? Boom, boom, boom. Broke through this golden pocket, broke through the 786. This is actually very bullish. Now we do have this wick. This is on the daily candle. We do have this wick up with a little bit of a drawdown here. We have 22 minutes left on the, really 22 minutes left on this daily candle. I'm so disoriented on what the time frames are. It's all we can do. An educated wish. Yeah. I mean, everything we're doing is educated wish, right? Everybody, will you throw a 1 in chat? I can't tell on my side because I'm going to get crystal clear video here. Is on y'all's side, is it fairly clear? Is the audio sound okay? This is a member stream, so this is for the super homies. We have Crypto Danks family in the house, as well as BitLab.
I'll be right there. I'm just trying to make sure that the camera works and all that because it's not allowing me to find this PC.
Yeah, 22 mins, 2 daily. Yeah, so wait. Okay, yeah, 7. That makes sense. 7. We're 12 hours back. 7:30 here. It's about 20 minutes to 8 p.m. yesterday, guys. We're coming to you from the future, just so you know. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just so disjointed with all the time because it's such a weird deal. What's up?
I want to turn down the 1080p, make it less on this camera. Any of the cameras, because that's the issue that I'm running into. It's just not letting me load.
Dude, you do that. I'm gonna talk charts while you're setting up. Well, we're still obviously in this range. This sounds boring when I say this. Kelly, you've been talking about this range since March 13th, 2024, which is this date right here. If we move this, see this? Boom, March 13th. See this at the bottom, the date? This is where it was established. This is where it really started. We had a high-low from this point here. And we've just been in this range. And everybody says this is wrecked more people than you can imagine because they get so excited and then so fearful and so excited and then so fearful and then so excited and so fear. Stop it. Let's be emotional when it matters. Let's tell our friends we love them on a Tuesday because there's nothing involved. Let's tell our wife, our brother, our girlfriend, our mother for no reason. That sounds stupid, I know, but when we're talking about these charts, it's the same thing. Let's not need this to break out of this before we're excited. Let's look at the macro picture, and the macro picture shows we have been in an incredible uptrend. We've been consolidating with a slight downtrend in a bullish pattern, and now we're well above. Let's go ahead and delete this Fibonacci. I'm going to delete this golden pocket ticker there. We're well above that, like kind of this. Imagine the kind of 50% line, which is essentially be like this. This is obviously estimated, but this is above. We can even draw this a little bit more aggressively. This is well above this. It's coming into this upper side of this range, much like when we're looking at the RSI. If we come over here just to the standard indicators, let's delete MACD. Let's delete stochastics. Let's delete money flow. Just looking at the RSI. The RSI, option T, I'm just drawing a trend line here. We have an RSI with the downtrend. And look at this on the weekly. Downtrend, rejection, 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 rejection. What do we see here? People forget to look at this because they're so concerned about what the price action is doing. What does the strength indicate beyond just the number on the chart that's exciting or scary? The strength shows this has been in a downtrend and this is breaking out. I don't even have it pulled up anymore. Let me pull it up here. Kevin, we talked about it yesterday in the absurdly 3 hour, 40-minute live stream. But just very briefly, where is it at? Such slow internet. We're doing this together, everybody. Stick with me here. Weekly RSI breakout. Cool. I don't even know what this chart is. I think this is what I'm looking for. Right here. Boom. So look at this. Downtrend. Breakout. Downtrend. Breakout. What happened on this breakout? Look at this move from 26,000 to 74,000. We're just getting this right now. It's so boring, right? Well, ignore the fact that price isn't exciting you. The data is showing strength is breaking out. So as strength is breaking out and we're looking at this consolidation area, and let's go back to that chart I've been sharing for, I think, since April 19th. Double click here. This box right here. This is a time frame that I've been illustrating for 6 or 7 months. This is where I think Bitcoin will more likely than not break out to the upside. Now, when I say that, that does not mean within this box it's only going to break out to the upside. It very well could push up into the zone, 67,000. It could wash all the way back down here to 43,000 and then have the breakout. We have to be aware of that. I think that's less likely to happen. I think far too many people are like, they really want that big washout to the downside. So I'm aware of it. I'm okay if it happens. However, I think it's more likely we push up into the zone, pull back, consolidate in this area, and then break out here in October. What's wrong?
My driver just like deleted the camera. It's not kind of.
Screw your camera. Look.
I don't know what's going on.
Look. We're good. Screw your camera.
I'm gonna get it fixed right now. But
all right.
Continue. We're good. You can leave.
So we got big time. Cody says Singtel. Is it? Yeah, like Singapore. Rate decision in 4 hours for Japan. That's what really going to give us a move. Well, I mean, if the U.S. rate decision didn't really give us a move, we actually have some bullishness coming out of it since, right? I don't think the Japanese rate cut decision is going to give us a move other than potential choppy action that is only meant to inspire some emotional trading. Now I'm going to go back through. Some of you guys were here. Some of you guys and gals were here right before we launched, before we went live on this member stream. And I said, ask me some questions, say some coins, say some, and I think it was Token Tide Temptress. I'm going back. I know Ethan wants to look at Link, which we'll look at. And then we also have, of course, Ethan Smith says, always Link for me. But then, here it is. Token Tide says Link, AVAX, ADA, and Sui. So I'm going to start with Sui because we talked about this quite a bit yesterday. And if we come over, I'm going to delete this just so we can see clearly. If we come over here to Sui, boom. This has just been rocketing. And these are lines I drew the other day or a few days ago. 2 things I want you all to be aware of. Falling wedge, meaning the support levels are constricting as it relates to where the resistance levels are. So it's basically, getting tighter as it falls, meaning there's consolidation into a tighter and tighter rate. This is a bullish pattern. Most people see this, they're like, oh my God, they sell. Pumps up. I need to buy before it breaks out. Oh my God, they sell. I want to buy before it breaks out. By the time it gets down here, they've lost 90% of their capital because they're trading emotionally. But when you just look at this over, let's just be patient. This is a bullish pattern. What do we get? We got the W formation, double bottom, with a bit of a wick here, but the candle body is relatively in the same region. Breaking out of the zone, we talked about these levels, very simple levels. This level here, which we broke out of, and this previous range high, which there's a lot of support and also resistance in this zone here. So let's bring it down to a little bit smaller time frame. So we're on the 4 hour. So what do we see when we're looking at price action? Don't look at the price. What does the price action say? The price action says, okay, rounding. I got the dictionary that just came up on accident. Sorry, you guys didn't see that, but this is rounding. God dang it. There we go. But then what do we see? An increase in the momentum to the upside. So this is very bullish. But we have to ask, in the context of the broader market, is this bullishness just mean it's going to rip to the upside? Maybe. Very well could. However, there's still a little bit of lagging on quite a few things in the market and the economy and so on. I love how active I see you guys in the chat, by the way. Nothing makes me more excited to stream and talk with you all, bring Danks on, whether it's the live streams we do on a daily basis or here doing these impromptu member streams. When you all engage in the chat, I don't feel like I'm sitting in a room by myself talking to a computer. And I love you all, but I don't fucking want to sit in a room by myself and talk to a computer. So when you guys engage in I'm reading all your chats. So I just want to encourage you guys to, but we're looking here. So Sui, looking beautiful. We marked this out yesterday. It might have been yesterday. It might have been earlier, but I think it was yesterday. $1.42. This is his previous range high. So we want to watch. It doesn't mean it can't. God dang it. It doesn't mean it cannot go beyond this. It just means we want to watch as this pushes up into this region because we got a little bit of I won't call it a bull flag, but a little bit of the bullish structure that is breaking out into the zone. RSI is getting a little hot. Volume is falling. See the volume falling? This is pushing up, and there's less buyers agreeing with it. That's essentially what it's saying. You good?
I don't know. It's not even letting me use it. This is what happens on my desktop, and all of a sudden it started happening now. It's so strange.
How's this camera work?
Nothing will. I won't even let it connect. It's saying that it's something. I don't want to complain. I'm working.
We're on the tech issue going on over here. Me and Danks. Can you look at Matic? D-Free 216. Absolutely. What is this crisis you speak of? The crisis is a crisis of impatience. Crisis of impatience. When we're looking at this, we look at this. This is an incredibly bullish chart. Incredibly bullish. And people have been chopped out, not just on this move up, down, up, down, up, down. People have been chopped out on the time basis. Look at this. If we take a measurement from this point, I don't have can you guys hear me if I hold this like this? Let me know if this sounds okay so I don't have to hold my mic. Because we're in a ghetto setup here in the hotel room. I'm going to turn that up a little bit. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Let me know. Best question ever. Vibes on Chill says, how much Bitcoin could a woodchuck chuck or a woodchuck buy if a woodchuck Bitcoin? A lot. But the point here is you and me. Oh. If we take the measurement from here to where we're at, we're 189 days. Let's look at last cycle. Zoom out. Just look. I mean, not last cycle. Sorry, last summer. So this pushed up from this point across. I'm not even going to the point of which we broke out, which would be here. That's 219 days. Cole, I got you. I'll hold the mic. 219 days. That's when we came across and actually broke the zone. If we just do it down to this zone down here, 198, basically, let's call it 200 days. What was the date? March 11th. See the bottom of the chart down here? March 11th to when? October 10th. Okay. If we use that as a proxy, it's not going to be exactly the same, sure, but we can use that as maybe a framework that we could just consider what's going on. So let's go right here. So what we said was this last summer. That was March 10th. Okay. We looked at that. Now where are we at here? March 7th. I'm looking at the bottom of the screen down here. March 7th, boom, 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 boom. March 10th, March 13th, whatever it is. Let's click. 195 days, and that's from March 10th to September 21st, right? Now, if we come over to where were we talking about? About October 10th. we can actually come back to this other chart that we had drawn out with this time box that we have here. Let's go ahead and delete the VRP. I'm going to just mute it. Double click. I'm doing this with the trackpad on my MacBook. It's quite a bit different than just my normal mouse. So we're coming into this zone, right? So we were talking about March 10th, March 13th, something, whatever. Coming over here, 192 days. If we get over into October, look at this, October 12th even, that's 216 days, and it's still within this box. So we've outlined months ahead of time. So the reason why this is important is it might bore some of you. You might want to know what's happening now, what's happening. You need to look at this chart and realize this has been giving you, and I've been sharing this with you, and I'm wrong sometimes, sure, rarely, but I've been outlining this time box and where the price action, once we get into it. I wasn't saying price would be up here or down here. I was saying once price entered this box is likely when we're going to start resolving to the upside. And we're kind of working on that right now. So we looked at Sui. Sui's looking bullish as it can be. I mean, look at Johnny Ripperton over here just crushing. RSI is looking a little strong. I almost said hot, but it's just looking strong. Momentum's starting to roll over though. Stochastics are fairly high. RSI is getting a little bit. See this purple high? If this starts rolling over, that's a lower high on the RSI. If that's the case, then we have a higher high on price. So we're starting to get a little baby bearish divergence. That doesn't mean this is going to break down. It's just a data signal that shows, okay, we need to kind of pay attention to what's happening here because it's not just exuberant to the upside. But I mean, considering what's happening with the crypto market, Sui's looking freaking fantastic. I'd like to see this potentially roll over here, have a little bit of a drop down, maybe into this 119, 122 region, but we're watching for a breakout of 142 and beyond with a little bit of a pullback confirmation and continuation. The interesting thing, I talked about this yesterday. Hold on, let me pull this over. I want to see Average Joe's comment. Can I show you guys what I see? This is Average Joe's comment. I know it's emojis and other stuff, but this is what I see. Finger red, number one. Finger red, number. Appreciate you, bro. I know those are good emojis. Hold on a second. Where is my comments? Where'd they go?
Might be there soon. Let's see. I think I might have done it.
Window. Comments. There you go. Sorry, guys. I'm just pulling the comments back up. Got a tight little group tonight. Just 33 people. Love you all. Daily candle almost on. Dude, I'm glad we didn't even think about that before we were setting this up. It's like, yeah, we get the daily close. Let's get into it. Let's look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I want to show you a couple other altcoins before we dive into that. What I was talking about was the independence of, as much as we want to think all the market pumps when it pumps and all the market dumps when it dumps, look how strong Sui is. We're on the, let's go to the 6 hour. Strong 6 hour. Now let's go to Render. Weak as hell. Getting a little bit of a pump here. Awesome. But when you compare this chart to Sui, this is the same time frame. Strength. Render's like, hey, we're trying. Look at this. It can't get above this high. If this breaks above this, great. But currently we've got a head and shoulders here suggesting that we may get an opportunity for Render down here at 340. Does that bother you? Let me know, honestly. If you're watching right now, if you hold Render, does it bother you that Render might go to 340? And if it doesn't bother you, do you think it's possible? Do you not? Do you hate me for saying that? Let the chart tell you what's going on. Don't have emotion about it. If you see this, even if you're like, that's very unlikely, maybe you have $50, maybe you have 100, maybe you have 1,000, maybe you have 10,000. It's all on your own idea of what you're trying to, like what you're buying, why you're buying it, how it relates to your risk matrix, what you're looking at for time horizon. But the point is, when you see this and there's a potential area that suggests 336, I wouldn't put a limit order there. I wouldn't do a buy order there. What I would do, I would zoom out on this chart. Let's get a little bit broader. Crypto Kasuke. Now, this internet is atrocious.
Well,
so I'll do this. We got this. Oh, we already have. I almost drew a line again. The line's already there. We have the line support. If we lose this, look at this little deviation. But if we really lose this area, I'd be watching. I would look for the candle body closes right there. I'd start, for me, I'd be looking at opportunity here and a little bit deeper opportunity here, but I wouldn't go all the way down to this line because I do think the bullish resolution of these trends is going to come sooner than people think, but I do think there's some washouts that could happen. Now, if Render, internet, yeah, you know what, Crypto Pollo, the alts this cycle have been very sporadic. You're right. I think this is different than it has been in previous cycles. You need to look at all charts independently, but you also want to look at the others chart. Total 3. You have an issue still?
yes, I am having issues.
What's the issue? You have a bearish divergence on your tech?
It's what is, I'll tell you, it's not allowing me to connect, bro. It's like all of a sudden it just stopped. So I'm trying to download an update for.
I'm going to turn off the interview. I'm going to turn it back on. Guys, we're doing this together. I'm sending it. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Technical analysis in my room. Danks, where's Danky Boy at? He said Danky Boy's getting frustrated. There you go. Guys, we got some more charts coming here in a second. I hope Render does drop.
I really want to come in and I'm super excited about this session. I'm just having some difficulties right now. And this happens to me, unfortunately. Sometimes my computer will not allow me to connect to the Ecamm live stream that Kelly sends me. So I'm updating something for my camera drive. So it should be here any minute. I think I should be good. So give me just a second. And I'll be there because I do want to take us through the KDX and Caspa situation.
Great show as usual. Smash them likes. I mean, you guys can hit the likes, but we're also, this is a private member stream, so just being here makes me hit the like on you. But what I was talking about, Sui, super strong, boom. Render, this is the same time frame. Look at Render, much weaker. And then we have FET looking very strong. If the freaking chart loads, there we go. Boom. Aren't we on it?
No, this is my.
No. We're on like D-Link or whatever. It's all good. Is the audio visual, you guys can still be, everything's still pretty good? Let me know. But remember yesterday, everybody, when we did our 3-hour and 40-minute degenerate random technical analysis and discussion of life, 7 a.m. stream, I was talking about Render looking weak. I got to stop going between charts. This is driving me crazy. See, looking weak, finding some bullishness here, but the opposite of FET, which is it, AI play, artificial superintelligence. Look at this, shoulder, head, shoulder. So let's go ahead and take the measurement, which I've already done, which is right here. Boom. See this? I'm doing that conservatively. You could really go all the way down to that base there. Come over here. The low of the head, which is this deeper portion, up to this neckline, which is the resistant point at which this is rejecting. And then you move this over. Boom. This target's up at 294. We're at $1.48. Does this mean it's going to go straight there? 100% not. Do I think it's going to go there? Absolutely. But this is what wrecks people. It's bullish. They get in, and then it starts pulling back. They get out, and then it confirms the move. Then it pushes up, and they're excited. They buy here, but then it comes back, tests this high here. They sell because they don't understand technical analysis. They're being triggered emotionally. Then this pushes up. They buy here. It rejects again, comes back down, and does something like this. I can leave this. You know what I'm going to do? We'll leave this on the chart. I'm going to go here, settings. I'm just going to make it almost, I don't want to say invisible, but it's not going to be intrusive. So we can leave it there. Let's see how this plays out over the next couple of weeks. Might do this, might not, but sometimes you got to test a theory and hold yourself accountable to what you thought to see also how it plays out. But this is looking good. Avalanche, token tide, temptress, bringing the good ones. Nice Japan futures green. Well, hajimemashite. Oh, hisashiburi desu. A little Japanese for you. Avalanche, 12-hour, breaking down. Looks very similar to Render, right? Look, Avalanche. Let's go to Render. See this? A little shoulder, head, shoulder, with a bullish impulse now, but look at Render. Very similar. So Avalanche, the difference with Avalanche, see this? This is not above the high. This is above the high. So now this is actually this was trying to be a head and shoulders, but this did not come down to the neckline, and we broke this high. So this is not a head and shoulders. It was a potential head and shoulders, but we've broken this. We have a higher low, higher highs from here. Now we have another higher high. We're watching this area, 2782, and then that continuation to the upside near. I got to dip and take a nap before the Japan rate decision. Have a good day at the conference, bro. Hey, big love to you, Bitcoin realist. Near protocol. I really do like Near, so I don't want to be biased, but I am. I talked with some of their team members here at Token 2049. They have some incredible things most people don't even know about, but you get to hear it because you're part of the community. They have some really badass AI, not even initiatives, but real things they've been working towards for the last couple of years that are starting to roll out in the next, 6 weeks to 3 months, as well as some incredible DePIN infrastructure plays. So Near is something to watch, and we've been holding it for a while, right? I'm trying to get an older chart. Hold on. Near Pioneers, maybe. Come on, baby. Work with me.
Okay, maybe it's the microphone. No wonder. Maybe that's what it is.
So, Near. Rolling over. Come down. Tested this whole range area. Push back up. But this is what I'm looking at. If we're looking at just isolated, this zone, what do we see? We see giant W formation. Let me go ahead, double click on this. I'm going to make it a little bit brighter. Boom. So we have this W formation, which essentially is saying low, bulls ate it back up. Bears tried again. Now look at this higher low. Bullish divergences. Bullish divergences here on the BitLab trading stack. This is bullish, but this doesn't really give us any context unless this breaks above 528. It's bullish potential, but it's not quite there yet. We have bullish divergence here on the momentum waves. We have the money flow that was negative that came back basically neutral. VWAP is angled up. Stochastics angled up. We're on the 12-hour. RSI angled up, but kind of struggling a little bit to break this previous high. I think there's a little bit of questionability in the market about what's going to happen just because we got the rate decision. Everybody is like, it's going to pump. And the question is, if it doesn't pump, that means some bulls lose their initiative and you get a big sell-off. So while this could be good because of the rate cuts that we saw, This also could result in a bigger move to the downside back here to 350, potentially even down here to 313. Now, am I being a bear on near? No, I'm saying I love near. I would love it to come back down here so I could buy more at 346 and 313. If this does start pushing up, at this point, I'm not a buyer. Even if I was super bullish, I'm not buying here because we're still under a structural low. Now, if we come here, create a trend line, wouldn't you know? Look at that. We have this level, rejection. Look at where we're struggling. If we're able to break out of this, I'm watching for wherever it is. It could come all the way up here. It doesn't matter. I'm waiting for the price action to push up, whether it's here, back down, up, or all the way up here, back down, testing this high, then up. The point is, you want to wait for the move to be defined. As it stands right now, this is bullish, sure, but it's at a trend line. You want this to break and then see the continuation of that buying power. Another one, Constellation DAG. I've been talking about this for a couple of weeks. We're partners with Constellation DAG. Why am I partners with Constellation DAG? Because they're partners with the U.S. Space Force. They're partners with the U.S. Air Force. They have integrations with the Space Force. They're talking with the Pentagon and the Undersecretary of Defense. And they've been doing all this in the background without rolling this out to retail. I mean, it's been available to retail, but it's very almost like if you know, you know. And now it's like, hey, let's get the word out. So yeah, we partner with them because this is the type of fundamentals I'm looking for. We see this huge downtrend from August 2021 to where we're in right here, previous range high. We bottomed, W formation, up. Now we created this another falling wedge. And look at this. Now we have another, this same pattern here. We have this W formation forming right here. We want to see Constellation DAG break this zone and start pushing up here into 2.7 cents, and then ultimately about 3.3, 3.5. And then I think Constellation DAG is one of those, and I mean it, one of those unsung, almost ignorant lack of awareness of the space. That's why I want to do my part to let people know about this. And you guys have to invest on your own accord what matters to you. Some people invest in gaming. Some people invest in just deep in plays. Constellation DAG kind of is in all those RWA, DPen, AI, all of it. And they have contracts with, Department of Defense. So they're pretty damn vetted. So we've been talking about this level since August 4th, August 5th, when we had that big sell-off. Now look, support, bounce up, support, huge move up. Oh my God, it's over. Trap, comes back down straight to the zone. So I'm watching for opportunities in this zone to continue to DCA, to watch this continue to break out, because they had 700 people in their hackathon, 700 groups in the hackathon doing incredible metagraph integrations and development on their chain, which all these things are going to start rolling out soon. And even despite, if none of those happen, partnerships with the Department of Defense. And I mean, this is the kind of stuff I want to be involved in. Aave, Danks was talking about this, and Matthew Highland yesterday talking about this. Aave looking so good. I don't know if it's like a resurgence of DeFi, or maybe as these institutions get involved, they start looking a little deeper and they're like, what's this Aave shit? And we see it. Long base, one. And now look at this. It's finding support each time. Boom. On the weekly VWAP and the 20 EMA moving average. Boom, boom, boom. If we're able to clear this at 151, really, I would say even more, 160. I think there's quite a bit more of a move to make here. What can I do to help you?
I just got Mozilla. I'm just hoping that this works, because I think this will work. So yeah, I mean, Aave obviously pushing hard as of late. And the thing is, when you have, it's kind of funny because as much as I've researched so many different projects, I don't know why I didn't dive as deep as I should have into Aave, or even paid closer attention to it, because when you have DeFi projects doing a crypto lending protocol where you're able to get a lend on crypto, I mean, that
especially at this time, let's think about how many people are actually out there suffering and struggling financially that want to invest. They've lost their crypto money. They've had gains before. Now they have an opportunity to go.
Dude, I know people. I know people with $300,000 in crypto that can't get a credit card or a bank account because their credit's fucked.
I believe it.
And that's just the Western world. In the rest of the world, there's a huge billions of people that can't be banked. You can use protocols like Aave, DeFi to use your assets and your collateral to basically be your own bank and borrow against yourself.
Yeah, I mean, that's extremely bullish for some. I mean, this is the thing is, do we want to be doing that? I mean, people are going to take loans at the end of the day. So I think it's just makes sense to invest in something like that. And to me, it obviously makes sense. That's why I actually like um, CheckDot, because they give insurance against centralized exchanges and also DEXs as well, which I think is very unique. So there's these types of things like where we start to see the economy being uncertain. You'll start to see these types. I'm curious. Can you pull up CDT? I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, I'll bring it up. You talk about it.
Yeah. So CheckDot, they literally give insurance. And when I first found them in the community, it's a community play. We've had it for a while. I'm not CDT. Yeah, you could. You find it on Mexi, I think. What is this passkey thing?
Here you go. Got it. It's fallen quite a bit, but
Has it? What about the last? What time frame are you on?
I'm on the 3 day. Let's go to 4 hour. Boom.
Okay, so it's kind of. Oh, it's. I mean.
So tell people, these wicks mean lack of liquidity.
Yeah, that's people placing large buy orders or sell orders, or they're buy orders. So they'll place a large buy and they'll shoot up through the order book. So when you place a buy order, say you put, I don't know, 3,000. These are like $3, $4, $5,000 buys or more potentially. So what happens is you are having to buy at market price into the sell orders that are set. Okay, and if you're doing that, then you're literally just pushing the price up on yourself. Okay, so that's what causes those wicks. If you ever like gone and tried to buy some crypto and you're like, all right, cool, like for example, whatever, Caspa, right? Caspa, you want to buy it at 15 cents, or let's say it's 14,878,8 or whatever, and then you put $1,000 and you buy it on whatever site. Maybe not even Caspa, maybe someone with lower liquidity like Jupiter. Okay, say for here, it would take a lot to move because Caspa's in the billions of market cap. But hypothetically, let's say that you wanted to buy $10 million of Caspa. So can you? Well, I guess there's no way to look at the order book there.
No, tell me. What do you
So say, can you pull open an order book? On, oh yeah, there you go. They don't. They have the spot. Go on spot. They don't have it on futures on Coin W. Crypto Danks X. So, yeah, pull open the spot. Okay, we're gonna go to, and as I'm like super close, I think. Crypto Danks X. Should. Sometimes the spot takes a minute to pull up. Alright, here we go. Alright, I'm gonna open your link. This should be, if not, I'm just gonna do it with you, bro. I'm not gonna continue. Refresh, maybe. Browser's acting funny. So, just hypothetically, okay, let's just look at Bitcoin, okay? So, we're looking at Bitcoin, and you see the price. Okay, it looks like it might. Okay, allow. Caspa dumping hard. Sure that you have the latest. Wow, dude, this is so ridiculous on my end. I'm pretty much better. So if you're okay, so open the order book on the whatever time frame, 15-minute time frame.
Oh, look at that move, man. This is just dumb.
Yeah, so you can say how does that candle get created? And if it was one person, like one person technically could create that candle. How could they create that candle? Well, when they go in and they want to place a large sell, like literally like just call it a $25 million sell, and maybe it's like three whales. They all have like $10 million or $7.5 million, whatever, of Caspa, and they just all want to sell at the same time or around the same time. They're like, because that's what whales do, by the way. They all work together. They coordinate. They're like, all right, well, you go ahead and sell $7.5 million. Let's see if it goes back up, so that way I don't get completely jiffed on the price. And then you sell your $7.5 million, and then you sell your, like, it's completely coordinated for the most part. Whether it's personalized whales, like individual retail, which is less common. Typically, you're going to run into more centralized exchanges pulling these types of moves. In which case, that's what happens is if you look on the right side of the screen, and if you actually situate it into cells on the right where the recents, the order book, and then if you can change on the left, sorry. So say you want to sell, right? Since the chart is going down, if you look down a little bit in the green area, up top, does it show cumulative volume? Yeah, click that. That's green, and then
We all buys and all sells.
yeah, so you can see the dollar amount there. When you see the dollar amount, you're literally selling into those dollars amounts. So you have to actually have that money to be able to buy up your sell. If not, it's going to continue to sell down the chart, and then it's going to just keep going until all that $25 million has been purchased off of you.
Yeah, and so like what he's saying is like right here. Sometimes people are like, "Oh no, this is good. This is about to reverse." Yeah, because it's emotional. We're not looking at data. First off, notice this is a lower low than this. What do we talk about when you see this impulse up? Impulse up. Now we have this. Look at this angle. Look at this freaking angle from this low to this high. Look at the difference between that and right here. This low to this high. This is rolling over. This was telling us before this happened, this was likely going to come down. Now, if you're going to buy here, you're like, no, I think it's going to reverse. And I'm going to buy 2,000 Caspa right here. Boom. If you bought 2,000 Caspa on a market order, look, the next price directly above where we're at right now is 1,731 Caspa. If you bought 2,000, that would be eaten up immediately. There's already sell orders in this zone. If you sold 2,000, you realize, look how much, this is 17,108. Look at the price spread. This is 16,9. There's a spread. There's a gap between the price that you're saying you might want to buy or sell at. And this is why when you limit order versus market order, one, when you're limit ordering, you pay less fees because you're creating a market at that price. And two, when you market order, you could market order right now. We've all done it. And you see the price, 17,082. And when you market order, you look at your average price of entry, your average price might be up here at like 17,220 or 17,283, depending on the liquidity, because it depends on how large your buy order is and how high this price goes when you fill that order with the spread of the available liquidity at these different price levels. This is like some weird. Everybody wants to look at the patterns, and they don't realize there's this data that you can just pay attention to. Not even looking at RSI or MACD or patterns. Look at the order book. The order book's telling you where the liquidity's at.
Yeah, I mean that's why I stress, especially to newcomers that don't really know this, is like limit orders is where it's at. Sometimes you just gotta wait and let the look. When you hear people say, "Oh man, I'm chasing that paper," like I'm getting that paper, I'm running it, I'm chasing it. I'm paper chasing, right? I don't allow you guys. Actually, I know you make fun of me because sometimes I talk black. Well, look, I grew up in the hood a little bit outside of it. All right, I wasn't completely, but I grew up around a lot of black folk. All right, so I do, I've grown up around talking like that. So sometimes it comes out. So we're talking about paper chasing right now. The thing is, what are you doing when you're when you're chasing paper? when you're chasing paper, what's happening to the paper? What is happening to the paper? Can you answer that question? When you're paper chasing, what is the paper doing? Do you know?
No, tell me.
It's running away from you.
It's running away from
You're
you.
chasing.
Just like chasing a girl or chasing a guy.
Chasing girls, you know, so if you're chasing something, just think of a market order as chasing your order. You're trying to chase a price. You will never get the exact price unless you have a fully liquid market like Bitcoin, even Solana on certain exchanges. I mean, really it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, maybe a few other top 10 potentially that you could market order. And even then, a large order, like for me, if I went and did a $5,000 trade at 10x leverage on anything besides, you know, top 20 probably, or at least even top 10 probably, those orders would just change price. It would go at a worse price against me.
And if you're in the top 10, top 20, top 50, top 100, it's also dependent on where you're at in the engagement part of the market cycle. You can have Bitcoin in parts where there's no interest, that there's no like huge amount of liquidity in the books. It's still going to be liquid, but there's going to be a lot more of a spread that you have to navigate. If you're trading something like Caspa or BitTensor or something much small, OPSEC, you know, or OrdiSwap, when you're trading something and the engagement on the market as a whole is down, then you could market buy. I remember I fat fingered, meaning I was trying to do a limit order. I wasn't paying attention. I did a market order of, I can't even remember the token, but it was a super small market cap under 7 million. And when I bought it, the second I bought, it was my purchase because the order book was so thin that I moved the price of that entire asset by 25% just by pressing buy. And then I wondered, I saw, let's say it's 10 cents. This wasn't the case, but let's say it's 10 cents. When I bought, there was such a lack of liquidity in the order book that to fill the order on a market order, it jumped up all the way to clear every sell order, because I'm buying, remember? It jumped up to clear every sell order until my entire order was filled. And then what happened? I'm the one that bought it. That wasn't real momentum. So the second that order was filled, you see the price jump, and in the moment you're like, oh, 9 seconds later, the price fell right back down because that was where the market was at.
Yeah, you're just getting a worse price. You're literally chasing a price that it's really difficult to get. Now, yeah, of course, are there a lot of you out there trading much less than that? Obviously, even me, I don't buy. Like, I'm just using those numbers hypothetically. But a lot of times when I want to enter a really great trade that I know I'm going to be very profitable on, I'm going to stack. I'm going to put as much in as I can. And you have to, this is a trick. I'm going to tell you, this is something that a lot of people don't talk about. I had a new member join, and he's been trading about a year or so. Let me show you what it says real quick. Look. It says to fix it, maybe go through this prompt. I don't know. So he said he had never heard of this, because when you say futures trading, spot trading, whatever it is, you place your order, okay, and then that's it. It's like, say, whatever, Solana, you want to buy it at $140. Yeah, but that doesn't come up when I type that hardware. Like,
I'll go to settings.
Yeah, here. Sorry, guys. Just give us 1 second, please.
Go to performance.
Mm-hmm.
Hardware acceleration.
So anyways, basically, yeah, it doesn't say. I mean, you could type in hardware. Yeah.
Click on that bitch again.
Right here.
It's gonna work while I'm looking at it.
You just want to watch. Is the problem. Okay, here. Let's see. Let's just start over fresh. I'm trying to get, I don't know. This has happened, and every time that it's happened, I haven't actually been able to fix it. So this is what's kind of worrisome to me. So, and then I might actually go back to Mozilla as well if this doesn't work. But yeah, messages. Boom. Man, we had such a great time last night. Let's sidestep real quick.
What happened?
It says camera in use. Like, where is it in use at? That's the thing.
It's like there's no other applications open, bro. Even if I do the task manager. So last night, yeah, there's an Alienware, bro. Just be done. Here, you can unplug it if you want. Yeah. So, interesting situation. You're good. Are we good? Everybody, mic check, mic check. Sorry, we unplugged. And it's like this in here is because literally our hotel rooms are the size of the bed, and we have enough to roll off. And then the lot, like these hotels, like certain places, you know, if you don't want to spend $1,000 a night, like it's not necessary because, you know, I'm not gonna waste that much money. We probably if we were gonna do this type of stream, we probably should have. Now thinking about it, but no, I mean, this is just the most comfortable way to do it, unfortunately. But actually, this is a homie, man. Not unfortunately. So, anyways, last night we went actually just for the Caspians in my community. I want you to know that I had an hour-long conversation with Shy. Shy, if you don't know or you're not familiar, Shy is like pretty much the lead dev besides Jonathan Sompolinsky. And Jonathan Sompolinsky is the founder of Caspa. So this is something that I really want to stress to you guys, all the Caspa holders, the KRC20 holders as well. You know, I've been pretty clear. I've tried not to be mega bearish because there's no reason for me to be like ultra bear on KRC20. However, maybe I should be, because I don't know like how I've been so busy with going to all these events and how many people we've networked with. And today I'm meeting with No BS Crypto, and we're going to have a meeting, and potentially I'll be whatever. At the end of the day, you are opening yourselves up to disruption when you're going into a platform that's built on top of a chain with a reputable background and facilitated service, you know, all the way from the direct acyclic graph, the orphan blocks, the parent blocks. All of this stuff is structured in a way that's been perfected to run perfectly for the user. But you get into KRC20 and it's a completely different devs. All right, it's completely different. It's a completely different protocol. It's just built on Caspa that uses Caspa's gas fees. And what can they do? What KDX did. And I haven't even been able to spend the time to try to figure it out because my computer's pissing me off. If the camera is being used, maybe that, I don't know. So anyways, let me explain to you what it was like talking to Shy. Let me choose my words here. Shy is, and if you've met him, you know exactly probably how I feel about what it's like talking to him. He is quite literally a genius, like a mathematical, scientific, computational genius. Like the dude just literally operates on a different mental plane than normal people. All right. That's the first thing you need to understand. Like, we're not dealing with a normal, just like regular human being. I hate to say it. And Shy, I know when I saw him, we've talked here and there online and stuff, and I think maybe he's seen my content before. I definitely don't think he's watching this shit. So, not that they shouldn't be. I think Shy, you probably should, because I'll help, man. I'm willing to help. Don't, the thing is, I just hope that the dude just. I know I'm going all over the place. Let me just go back. Shy, when it comes to KRC20, he literally, I sat there and listened and had a conversation with Shy, me, and one other mathematical, scientific, computer, freaking outrageous super nerd. And I just listened and I asked questions here and there sprinkled, and they both go like, bah. They were both stoked on each other. Okay. So what happened? Not once in the entire hour. The guy said, hey, how can I get involved in Caspa? I want to build on Caspa. He mentioned Sparkle. He mentioned we don't have smart contracts. He mentioned X, Y, Z, everything else. He never mentioned KRC20. And when I brought it up, he quickly, faster than I even finished the letters 20, he came in with something else. So why is that? Why is Shy not telling the guy, hey, you know, we've got inscriptions or fungible tokens. It's not smart contracts, but because he didn't build that shit. So you guys are buying stuff on Caspa that is not Caspa. I don't like, the thing is, you're literally might as well buy meme coins on Solana. There's like, you run a less risk because you know what you're buying already. You know how to navigate that space. You know that these wallets are not going to take your money, right? But you're out there gambling with thousands of dollars, losing Caspa to transactions that were unwarranted, having to go back and battle through. I should have, you know, we talked about this the other day. What was it that I need to be more, this is perfect. I need to be more direct when I feel a certain way. You know, I don't want to upset the people that are super bullish in my community on a certain thing. But I think that if you're paying me for a reason, you're paying Kels for a reason.
Even if it's time.
Whatever it is, then we owe it to you. Honestly, even if it's something you don't want to hear, we owe it to you to be upfront and honest and say, this is how I feel, man. Like, and nobody really asked me. And I think you guys know that if you were to ask me, you were not going to get confirmation biased like everybody else in the server. And it kind of bothers me that nobody, like, I think one or two people might have asked me. And that kind of bothers me. Like, you guys really don't want to know, like, why I don't think. So what do we see? We saw a failure of a launch in June, at the end of June, completely wrecked. People were, that was a disaster. And then we saw another failed launch due to the Casware wallet. They literally told you to take your wallet and your seed phrase and close your browser and stop minting. Like, that sucks because that was the main wallet. Now they have Casper bot, right? Which is a Telegram bot that you're buying Casper KRC20 tokens through a Telegram bot. Like, this is not, like, in my opinion, that is, look, they're selling Casper right now, bro. Look at the chart. So, see what I'm saying, man? I don't know why. So you have to identify with, what am I saying? Why am I saying it? There's a purpose behind everything that I say and do. Of course, I make mistakes. Have I passed on projects that have done very well? Yes, there have been. One being Creo, because the white paper looks like a rug pull, but it's done very well, and it's just some crappy gaming project. But at the end of the day, we're talking about what everybody's deeming to be the best cryptocurrency potentially than Bitcoin. Even better than Bitcoin. Or you're going to say it's the silver to Bitcoin's gold? Then why are you guys even considering fucking around with something that is not exactly that? Just a toy token.
Higher risk with not as much provability.
No, I personally would rather buy on Pump Fun a project that's about to go bond than buy any of the KRC20 tokens. That's how I feel now. So, and I've always felt that way. That's why I never bought any of them. And the only one I was going to buy was Worry. And because the dev is in our community and he's been there since this first week I started, he's been in my community. But I just got caught up here and I haven't bought. And I'm not going to buy any. I don't care if Nacho goes to 50 million. I really don't care if it goes to $1 billion. I don't. Because at the end of the day, so can any dog coin on Solana. So if you want to gamble, don't gamble with your money literally at risk in wallets that we can't trust because they have no sustainability over. Like, I would much rather, yeah, if you want to take the risk, that's fine. Do it. But do it with money that, like, literally not money that you need to invest into your Caspa, your utility bag, your Solana, whatever it is you're investing in, your diversified portfolio. Make it money that's extra money, like money that you would have gone to the casino and you take $500 or $300. But people, you guys are putting 5,000, dude, 5,000 Caspa. It's $1,000 almost. Like, imagine you going and buying 1,000 Caspa. It's not that easy to just go and buy all of this Caspa that you are going to give it away to now 2 wallets. 2. So what's next? Who's the next victim? Are you going to be? I mean, if that's what you want to do, then fine. I'm not doing that shit. And I'm sorry. I know I get frustrated because it is frustrating. I hate to see you guys go through that. People are in the chat like, what's going on? KRC20 launched a token on a CE. Like,
I thought it was gonna pump.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it did. I don't
No,
even know where the
people buy it because they think it's gonna pump because it's launching. And 99%
oh
of
Caspa,
the,
yeah.
anything.
Oh well, yeah.
I buy a
of
new
course.
coin because I found out it's gonna, and then it drops. Then the new, then it drops. Then the ETF, then it.
Yeah.
Fucking
Like,
sell the
think
goddamn
about it.
news.
Look at what. Okay, let's look at a healthy situation. Last year,
Fuck this, it's not working.
we'll have to work on it later. So last year, what do we have? We had Solana. We had Solana last year, 2023. Sorry, I didn't mean to like.
No, I'm
Yeah. So yeah, perfect. Thank you. This is what healthy looks like. Healthy ecosystem with healthy meme coin tokens and investors that are not dumping on your head as soon as you're buying the coin to go in. So why are we saying Caspa should go up? Why KRC20 is going to be launched? It doesn't just mean that Caspa becomes more valuable just because those tokens came out. It's not that. It's because all of you guys and girls have to go buy Caspa to swap for the KRC20 token. All right. So what do you think these people are doing on what the Caspa decks and whatever the KDX and the like? I don't know what the hell they're doing. But the thing is this: the reason why it pumps is there's 3 things I would say. One, because the major one is because you have to buy that token of that ecosystem in order to buy the meme coin on a smart contract for that project. Okay. So essentially, if there's $50 million that goes into Solana, or no, I'm sorry, say like I don't know, what's the Solana meme coin?
42 million.
I know, and I can't even think of one right now. Whatever, Yotoshi went to 50 million. So the only way that it went to 50 million is to have, and the market cap is not actually a direct reflection of the amount of money that's in the actual asset. It's the liquidity. So say at that time the liquidity was probably, I would say, around $8 million.
My brain dead. Okay.
Yeah, the chart is accurate.
I was like, this is not the fucking chart on.
At that time, it wasn't just Yotoshi that had done all of those X's in a short amount of time. It was meme coin season for Solana, right? Probably in your community they don't know about Yoto, but maybe some do. But in our community, we experienced that one. That was crazy. So that went to 50 million in 3 days, and that's because the liquidity adds up to about 5 to 8. I'm estimating up to $10 million. I would say probably 20%. Yeah, the liquidity. YOTO. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to look. You have to go all the way back last year. Well, you can double tap. Huh? Yeah, fair.
My computer, highest dollar computer you could buy.
Yeah.
It will never verify me through Cloudflare. It'll always tell me that I'm a bot. Everyone.
Huh.
Well, fucking won't let me.
Yeah, I mean
successful because I said that. All right, YOTA.
Yeah, YOTO.
Yoto.
Yeah, that's the meme coin. That's the first Caspa meme coin, and it's essentially built on Solana. And the dev said he built it on Solana because its rusted contract. It's built on Rust, which is the same contract that they're trying to move, or the same coding that they're using for the future of Caspa. And that's what the mining migration is over to Rust, and all of that is all involved in the coding, right? So if you can put it on market cap as well from price on the top, right, up to the left, right there, market cap. So let's take a look here. I don't know if we can look at the liquidity now, which it says 100,000. Okay, so it's about 3.5x the liquidity versus the market cap. So at 50 million, we were roughly $20 million. No, I'm sorry, $15 million, or like $12.5 million in market cap, or in liquidity. Sorry. So in order to get that, you need literally, absolutely 100% literally need to either use or acquire a total for one project $12 million in Solana of some form, because you have to get Solana in order to swap to USDT on Sol or USDC. You have to buy Solana first. All right. So in that, liquidity is in the Solana ecosystem. All right. So think about it. That's just like one project, you know, however many more there are. You've got then you've got Tron. So that the reason why I'm talking about is because that's healthy. What do we see with KRC20 and Caspa? Caspa dipped down to like 14.5 or 15 cents. It went to 18 cents, barely touched it. KRC20 launched, and then whales dumped. The Caspa chart looks ridiculous. You would expect all these people, you hear so much complaining of people losing their money in Caspa into this KRC20 ecosystem thing that, you know, and then where's and another thing is the reason why, and additionally, that Caspa did not probably pump like people want is that, and we'll read this just a second, leave it up. The reason why I would say is that everybody who wants Caspa already has the fucking thing. So who's gonna pump your bags? You guys are just like, you're giving your tokens to somebody else. Everybody else has already bought the token, right? So you have to, if you're gonna literally hodl Caspa, like many of us, and you're gonna have to hodl it. You gotta wait for new buyers to come in, because I mean, the thing is, we have to have enough buyers to outbuy the tens of millions, if not billions, of tokens of Caspa on sell pressure at 18 cents. Go and pull. I mean, I'm gonna. You don't have to.
What do you want?
The order book on Caspa somehow. If you can open up.
I mean, this is Caspa.
Yeah. So can you lower it to like 1 cent instead of 4 zeros in a, like, up there, right there. Yeah. Lower to the lowest one. And I want to see this coin W is like, change it to 2 zeros. So irritated at my computer. Okay, let me bring it over here. Can I see it, please?
I'm not using that.
All right, let me see this. This is, now we're like mega ghetto. We got computers stacked on top of broken computer, on top of shit. Okay, well, I pulled open the.
No, give me a sec. It's just gonna pop back over here. Wait 1 sec.
Okay. I'm waiting. I have no choice. BitLab Academy. Well, BitLab Academy. You guys are machines. So, okay. Can I see the volume? You can choose a way to actually look at the total sum instead of this. Here, just let me figure it out. Give me a second. Oh, that's ECAM. I'm not used to Apple. So, We fucked everything up. Did we? Just by moving the computer? Oh, that's not it either. How do you choose the cumulative? What is going on? Do you know how to do it? No, no, this one. Cumulative. I want to see the like all the orders for. I guess maybe this is it. So I want to look and see if I can see sells at this price, right? Look up here. It doesn't. I mean, there's very low liquidity if you're selling.
We're also on the 1 hour. Go to like the daily.
Yeah. The cumulative would show a lot more, you know. If you were to like look on, you know what? Let me call in from my phone, bro. Here, let's do that for my phone. I'm gonna do this for my phone. On, I can't believe my computer is acting like that. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna call in from my phone so I can just show you guys on. Let me open my VPN real quick. I'm not even gonna use that internet. I'm gonna just use my own. I'm gonna kick you guys off. Let's see. This will work. Thank God.
By the way, how good was that party we went to tonight?
That was sick, bro. So he DJ'd a sick set. You guys should go to my Twitter or his Twitter and see what I posted on it. And he played Lil Bubble, that Michael Saylor song, like if you buy fiat, you broke or whatever. That was kind of dope. I like that.
People that use fiat currency, we call them poor.
Play that, bro. He said I could play his music on stream, but I think if it's on YouTube, we can play it. If it's in the store,
I mean, we could play it. I have the monetization turned off.
okay, good.
Um,
I'm about to be in right here. I'm gonna show you guys what an order book looks like on Caspa from my phone. Why didn't I think about this a long time ago? Bro? I wasted an hour doing that bullshit.
wait, what are you trying to do?
All right, I'm coming in. I'm coming in. You can't.
I'm trying to. Is this just a chart?
I can do everything from here.
Yeah, mute your shit. There you go. Guys, everybody, if you're in here, you're watching us, you guys, most of you have watched us before.
Here, I set up stream.
You're on.
Okay.
Yeah, share screen.
You know what?
Mic cutting out. Is it still cutting out? I was moving a little bit.
I'm gonna reload one more time. Join. It's gonna give me the option to stream.
I don't see you.
I left.
Volume, bro. I'm talking directly into the mic. Can you guys not hear me? Look, it's on my chest.
You're muted, maybe on your computer.
No, it's all good. Check. Can you guys hear me now? I'm muted. I shouldn't be.
Oh, I know why. All right, we're gonna go one more time. I'm just gonna get out.
Can you guys hear me now? I see Quarter Crawler says you're goody.
All right, here we go.
Good. No. Cool. I don't know what Crypto Pollo said. Let's see. We're gonna bring it up mains. Kelly, you and I need to mix one of these days. Next time you visit the MIA. Dude, let's make it happen.
I lived in Miami. You let me in this last time. This doesn't work. We're absolutely.
I don't see you on. Oh, there you go. Well,
can you guys see my screen?
I don't see a screen option.
My face, huh?
Yeah.
So it won't let me do that. Strangely enough.
There's not a screen share option?
I'm trying to. Let's see. Man, there's so much I want to do. I'm like a big crybaby right now. Big baby. Big baby.
It's going to be somewhere in this menu. It's not going to be like
in here?
Oh,
in here?
no.
Yeah, no, it should show right here, but it's not. But maybe there's some.
What does this say right here? That's light and dark.
Settings. Let's go screen share. Perhaps I can search. Oh, you know. Maybe
We're working on it, guys. Gals.
Screen quick share.
No, it would be in that window on Ecamm.
No, it would be in that window on Ecamm.
I know, but it might be a setting blocking it from doing it in this thing. Is what I'm saying. Let me see. Safe browsing. If not, then whatever. I'll just give up. It's just like, God, it's so annoying, bro. Eat. I know, man. It's absolutely terrible.
Use my computer.
Use my computer.
Okay. Well, I want to go on Mexi to see that deep liquidity for Caspa because that's where people are trading most of.
Look, you doubled
You
up.
doubled up.
Nice. I'm doubled up.
I have
That's
Mexi.
perfect.
I have Mexi.
Okay.
Let me.
Let me.
I guess I don't need a VPN. I do,
I guess
but
I don't
I
need
don't
a
really need
VPN.
a
I
VPN
do,
behind
but I
Singapore.
don't really.
Thanks.
So dumb.
Yeah.
So irritated with this bullcrap.
We're gonna get this, everybody.
I'm so there, like almost.
No, not quite.
Not at all.
The internet is so slow. Quarter crawler says you. Oh, I thought you said you goofy. Say you goody. I mean, you're in. Look at you. You're a mystery. I'm still logged into Mexi. I'm logged into this in like 4 months. So you want to do spot or futures?
You want to do spot or futures?
Danks get naked. Oh, you want to see me get naked? No, you don't want to see me half naked tonight. I did get half naked tonight, last night. Yeah, just go to spot. It's fine. You and Google, maybe Google services. Wow, this is absolutely incredibly ridiculous.
I can't believe how slow the internet
I
is.
just want
I
to
want
break.
to throw my computer at the wall. It's a spot.
Throw everything
Here's
at my
spot.
phone against the wall. All right. You guys can see me. It's fine. So, all right. Here, like they make it easier here, and it's spelled cum, C-U-M, period. Click cum because you want to see all of the cumulative. Is that you say?
Yeah, we're on Tau, by the way.
Tau. All right. So it seems fine. I'm being facetious. I mean, it means cumulative.
Wait, I'll click on it for you.
You know how you touch it doesn't do like touch.
It does. You just have to touch it gently.
Click it, So
oh no, here.
Now that we have cumulative, that's what you always want to look at when you're looking at the order book. Don't just look at volume. When you're looking at the volume, it needs to be cumulative. The right side will show you USDT amount of money, and then here we go. Thank you, sir. Fine, sir. All right, let's go down to.
Oh shit!
Oh, I have my whatever here. I'll just leave mine. So let's go down to 1 cent. Look, okay. Look at the sell pressure just on Mexi alone at 18 cents. Millions of Caspa at 19 cents. Between 21 cents, just, and this is like right now, this is not even when Caspa is actually close to 21 cents. This is just for now. We're at over 10 million Caspa, $10 million of Caspa to sell. All right. So if we're at $10 million of Caspa to sell and it's continuously growing in amount from there, then we look at the bottom underneath. We look at the buys. And when we're looking at the buys, we have to say, well, versus the sells, are there enough buys that are going to be able to push through these sells? And obviously the sells and the buys are at different prices, but you have a strong potential push to the upside when you have strong buys within a very close range of these strong sells. So, for example, right now we have, it's perfect, thank you. So you can literally, it's just a different image of this. Like over here, it's called the depth, right? It looks, it's like this over here. You see a bigger depth of red, okay, on this side. It's basically a sell wall versus a buy slope at best. And I hate to, make fun of Caspa because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but this is the truth, right? And I did say in my last VIP live stream, guys and girls, women, I shouldn't call you girls, women, ladies and gentlemen, I think Mr. Nice Danks is he's kind of going to be gone. Like, I'm tired of feeding any confirmation bias. I don't want to do that. It's not good for anybody. Of course, I'm not going to be like some asshole dude. It's just not who I am, right? Just like how Kelly's not. But I can't be that way. I have to be better, right? For you, for us, for me, for him. We've become him and I have become very, very good friends. I mean, I can honestly say I love this man. He's a really good dude. Let me tell you why. We're gonna sidestep. Let's talk about. Here we're going on another 4-hour stream, huh? So let me tell you the kind of person he is, right? So last 2-3 days, whatever, we've been pretty much chilling together. We're staying in the same hotel building. We have different rooms, although you might not think it. So wherever we go, he is. Can you see me on the screen?
Yeah,
we're good. Okay, cool. Oh, it's this one. Okay, sorry. It's this camera. Cool. So, this is the kind of guy he is, because all of you have been somewhere with somebody that you didn't know the people that were going to be at that event. Say you maybe had a new girl or boyfriend. And this will give you food for thought for if you're ever in this position in the future. Say you're with a friend, your homeboy, you're going to an event. Yeah, event that his work event. He's like, hey, bro, I got an extra ticket to the playoffs. Come to the Lakers game, whatever. You go and you're in a box seat and it's all of his coworkers and stuff. And you go and you just imagine if he just went, and probably happened to you guys out there. It's happened to me before, where they barely introduce you to the people like that they know. And actually, imagine if it's in the same business that you're in, but a way better company, right? Where he's like super well connected and famous, right? Like in his company. Like imagine he works for Pepsi and he's the fucking vice president. And you go with him and he doesn't introduce you to any of those OGs in the Pepsi business, right? That's totally on the table for him to do to me, right? Kelly is famous, okay? So a lot of you might not know in my community, I don't know how many of you watch Discover Crypto, who watch, who read The Street. The Street?
Roundtable.
Roundtable. which is free, by the way. You should check it out. He's a expert trader on there and an analyst. It's basically like a crypto newsletter, right?
Rob Pierce owns, and Scott Melker and Mario Nafal.
Yeah, Mario Nafal, Brock Pierce. Yeah, so anyways, but instead, he says he sees those people, like, for example, Austin Arnold from Altcoin Daily. Yo, Austin, what's up, man? Dude, good to see you. Like, you got fucking taller again. I can't. Are you Austin or Aaron? I still can't figure you guys. That's what he said. I still can't. I've known you guys for 10 years. I still can't figure you fucking. Who are you? You know? But directly after that, he's like, dude. And it's like, it's funny because I'm me, right? So I don't like see myself as how of any like sometimes I think like
We don't see ourselves.
I think we feel very similar about ourselves in that regard. Like like what is that
You
thing?
don't realize your impact.
We have this. So yeah, maybe we don't realize the impact, but it's that, what is it called that we were saying, the when you don't think you are, that imposter syndrome. I have terrible cases of imposter syndrome a lot of times. So anyways, he's like, dude, you got him. Do you know, like, he says it like, you know, Crypto Danks, you know? And I'm like, dude, why would he know? Like they should know, you know? And like, right, just that alone is really cool, man. It's really fucking cool. So then they're like, Crypto Danks, and we have our tag with our name on it, you know, where we're from, QR code, whatever. And so he looks at the name tag and says, hey, what's up, man? You know, and I introduce myself, and then like after I introduce myself, he just comes in again. He's like, bro, like, this dude knows what did you say? I don't know.
No, I'm like this guy knows X, Y, and Z. He's a smaller account, but he has more impact than most large accounts. He has more trading volume with this community than Crypto Banter, that's not a farce. That's true. No, but what I do, and I mean this, whether it's him or Alexander G, it doesn't matter. Anybody here, Quarter Crawler, I see you in here. If I have somebody that goes to any event with me anywhere, it's my duty to make sure that the people that I know leave better because I was there, and the people that I'm with, they realize this is an impactful person because I only hang out with impactful people. Now, whether or not that's true,
that's the perception.
I don't want to say it doesn't matter. It lines up with, if you believe in the people around you, I don't want to say sell, but you upsell them to the people in your circle, whether it's family, friends, a new lover, business partner. Bring people in. Say, hey, meet this guy. Because I know he probably doesn't know some of the people I do. I only know them because somebody introduced me. So when I bring somebody around, these people might not even know me well. Some of them do, some of them don't. But I know them. Yeah, they respect me because I have a very
like the most famous people in crypto, you know. So it's really cool to be on this side with him because I feel like we have a lot of similarities. So we've gotten a lot of time to talk, and it's just been so cool to see how the interactions go with these people. Like, at the end of the day, you see us talking to you, right? Like Kelly streams, we've talked about it. I've been curious, like, how he turns into this amazing, like, reporter, but also he's got this personality. And I think because he's on these major platforms like Discover Crypto and some other ones that he's done in the past, that is their method of capture and delivery, you know. So capture, delivery, that's their method of delivery. It's that reporter giving alpha, like, bam bam bam, you know, and then you're on your way. As to where I've never worked in that environment, I've never been in that type of atmosphere, so all my content is always like this. It's just me being being me, you know, which is, that is unique on its own, you know? And I think that's one thing that's attracted a lot of these newer YouTubers, like people like, you know, like I'll just say like Crypto John, Crypto Galaxy, Archie, Archetype. Like we are actually a new wave of YouTubers in a sense because a lot of the way it's done and what I've been learning from Kelly is that crypto really has been a very well structured and thought out, put together business, separating itself from smaller time channels by actually creating a fundamentally ran business with a CEO, a CFO, CTO, all of this stuff, right? So when you have that, I think that maybe we've gotten, you know, I haven't so much. I'm still very new, right? But a lot of these guys, they grew quickly, like Crypto Galaxy and John. I mean, 60,000 in like 2 years. I mean, less than like 2 years. That's a lot, right?
Hey, where's BitLab? Everybody here, if you're here, by the way, if you came from Danks, thank you for being here. Hit the motherfucking like button. Look below the video. It should say subscribed. And by the way, also, it should also say notifications turned on because some of you are here. This is a private stream. Some of you are here because you saw the notification I posted in the public community thing. I said, hey, we're going live for members. And I just want to give the benefit of those that are tuned in just on the minimum of like, hey, notifications on. That's how you get notified. But my point here is I have imposter syndrome too, and I battle all the time. And I talked to you about this earlier, Danks, that I'm so structured on my show. Every time I meet people in the community at a I almost said carnival. Crypto's like a carnival. At a conference. People are typically usually surprised. They're like, because I have an entirely different, I don't want to say persona, but I'm a playful bitch. Like, and on stream, I'm so, because the reason I do that is, and I want to be more playful. I want to be more myself, but also I look at this like a responsibility. Like, I realize how early we are in the space, and I want if a CFO or a CPA or your mother or an aunt or a cousin or somebody that's on the fence about crypto, if they happen to randomly tune in and they just, and I'm not hating on anybody else that does it differently. I want them to tune in and be like, this shit's professional. This person is thinking about what he's sharing. He knows it deeply, and I don't want to say that they can trust me because this is not financial advice, but there's credence in what I'm saying because it's professionally thought out.
That too, that and also it is structured in a mainstream deliverable type of way, which most mature, older, successful people are used to receiving their important content in that manner, right? And that just that mainstream alpha delivery. But, you know, I think the ones that have gotten to know me, have spent time being around me, watching my streams, like I don't talk shit about that I don't know about, right? So I'm delivering out like, yeah, I'm like kind of swearing and stuff right now. It's the members here. It's just us. We're chilling. But and I try to keep that stuff to a minimum, and I probably should be better at it when it's public. But I can still, it's funny because he's like, I do that and I want to be more like you and like be my personality. And I'm like, dude, I want to be more like you. He's just like, we want to switch flip flop. But I think that there's room for both. Just like, yeah, we take elements from each other, but there's room for both, right? There's people that want to see that type of material, and then there's also people that don't really, they just want to see someone be themselves. Like, and I pride myself on being that way. I don't think I'll ever change it for anybody. Like when bro, you know how many interviews I did yesterday? You guys don't even know. It's like, it's so weird being, as I've been going to these events out here with him, especially this last, I was interviewed in Bali like once or twice. In Nashville, none. So it went from no interviews to one or two, I think two interviews. to like this week I was interviewed at least 5 or 6 times, right? And then I had last night 3 at the CoinW party, and 2 of them were back to back. They took me from CoinW to PropW, and they just wanted me to talk because they were like, man, your delivery is so chill and laid back, but you sound knowledgeable. And so that type of material, and I'm not like boasting, I'm just saying, like, I think maybe I'm just speaking more to Kelly, to be honest. It's like, I think that you can deliver that information, and it doesn't always have to be that, super hyped up, like, perfection of methodology of like that mainstream delivery, I guess. But I don't think that you should change. I think that you do great, bro. Like I said, it's awesome. I'm like, I am impressed every time I see him. Like, dude, like, Jesus, man, it's like watching Sports Center, like crypto porn. It's like, dude, you're like killing it. So, I think maybe the message here is that no matter what you can always be better, learn more, and develop skills that somebody smaller than you, as far as your statistics on your fan base, your user base, or members, or whatever. I don't like really calling it. It's funny you said earlier. I don't like calling fans because I don't look at it that way at all. It's like members, yeah. Community members are like,
I'm a member with them, just like they are.
yeah. And I tell people in my community, this is our community. It's not my community. I just built it, and actually, you guys helped build it, right? So, the message here is that we can always learn from somebody, no matter who they are. There was something that we were talking about that earlier. We were talking about that, but anyways, the reason why I brought all of this up is because I think it's really cool that he is literally pretty much the most famous person in the room everywhere we go, tied with. But you are, though, because you are the major key player on a channel that has 1.4 million subscribers, which is 50% more than Crypto Banter, bro. Think about that. You are on a show as a pivotal person on a show that has almost a 1.5x of Crypto Banter. So, I mean, that's how I see it, and everybody else sees it too. So, when you are given that opportunity to, if you're ever in that position and whatever it is, I have to tell you, like, how much value you're giving to that person that you're doing it for. Like, he knows. I've told him it's so valuable to me that this is what it is now. If you know that I like to bring my members, I'm not always, but I try to offer to say, hey, like, I'm going to this conference. I want to bring a member. I want to bring a member. That's what I've done the last 3 conferences. Was only able to have one time come, but we're going to do them more. But check this out. The next time that we go, we're going to get to all these people already know me now. They've already I've spent time talking to them. I didn't just shake their hand and say, hey, I'm Danks, and like walk away. Like, no, like, I made myself talk to them, because it's that first impression and trying to create as much lasting first impression without being awkward or weird and just being yourself. So now, like, anytime I see Austin, he's always going to remember me, especially my name and, like, everything we've talked about. We talked about Ondo and tokenomics, and then the founder of Coin Bureau. We talked about we actually you know what I told him? I told him that we were talking about that we did the stream and we were talking about him, and I thought that was really cool how he was saying that he wants to learn more about trading and stuff. And I said, I respect that. I told him, I said, I give you my respects, bro, because you are, like, mega, and for you to, like, say that in a room full of, and this was in front of all of them,
There was a room full of the top players in the space. Crypto Lark, Altcoin Daily,
House of Crypto.
House of it was, and he's
and that Lady of Crypto. I mean, and people that a lot of you guys might not know that have like 1 million followers on Twitter, like 2.5 million followers on whatever Instagram, like TikTok or Mario Nafal or like all like that is the type of level that we're talking about. It's like the top of the crypto chain, the top of the blockchain. And it's really cool to see and be there. Like I didn't expect this, I didn't expect to be there, And honestly, a lot of it has to do with Tio, bro. You remember Tio? He's the one that my member that I brought. And you met. He introduced us. Tio, think about this. Tio that met you in Nashville, and he was the member that I brought, and he was having drinks with you upstairs in that club before we went. Before we were
DNA spot,
yeah. So think about how crazy this is, and I think I even might have mentioned the last stream actually, but I'll say it one more time, is that I brought a member, and I was downstairs talking to my cousin at this club. He was upstairs. Tio Peepas, he's a lifetime member, was upstairs, and he recognized Callie. Started talking to him, bought him shots. He bought you shots. And I show up upstairs, and he's like, "Danks," and then I see Kelly, and we start talking. And one thing, like, if I never would have brought Tio, then I don't think this would have ever, happened. We'd ever met, and that would have been sad because we wouldn't have known it, but because we've built such a pretty dope friendship, man. We talked a lot about shit, dude, and we share a lot of that crypto insight. He teaches me a lot, and then randomly he learns something from me. It's like, then whatever. So it's a really cool thing to be able to share that, and I want to give that one day when I have that, what he's got, because I'm gonna have it. I'm not gonna be anything less than that, so I hope that one day down the road I'll be able to extend that out.
The community 40x long, 40x short.
All right, he wants to do a 40x, long or short on Bitcoin. If you want a long, just put a 1. If you want a short, put a 2 in the chat. Long on 40x leverage for $171 margin.
So it's like a
$6,800 trade. 40x long or short? 1 for long, 2 for short. Put it in the queue.
You guys let me know. There's bearish signs. There's bearish signs. There's bearish signs, which you guys saw me pointing out when he was talking. There's kind of a bit of a head and shoulders here. Where's my mouse? No, dude, Yeah. So we have the kind of head and shoulders here, which is bearish, but we also have, see this price action trending down, slightly lower, but we have stochastics higher low. We have a double bottom on the RSI. Very, I almost said unconstitutional. It's not. Don't even worry about it. If you fuck with the, if you, oh, there you go. Hey. Sorry. Head and shoulders bearish, but we have stochastics getting stronger. RSI trying to show signal up. So what was one long or short?
One is long.
So I see David Sargent says long. Cole says 2 short. Sufficient enough says short to 62,380.
Can I put a poll in on here?
I know. Yeah, here, boom. What do you want the poll to be?
I'm curious if they like this just like conversational type versus the alpha type. It's still alpha. Do you like this back and forth? Because there might be something there. It's like a podcast in a way. It's like we go trade, TA, talk about some shit, and then back podcasting, and then back to, it's kind of an interesting
Yes, sir. Yeah. All right. There's a poll in. Everybody answer the poll. The poll is like this informal style stream, and it's love it, hate it, or I'm just here for some nachos. Let me know what you guys think. Now I see we've got 1, 2, 3 people out of you many people that are here actually put in. Oh, we got by the way, Jumpman, Crypto Danks was singing your praises earlier. You're killing it with what you're doing.
I showed him your trade.
He said long.
Yeah, of
Well, my problem with long is
spread out how much. It's
oh no, I know, but my problem with this is this low and this is higher low. It's bullish, yes.
Long?
Yeah,
long now?
yeah, but look, this is not even. This is being suppressed under this moving average right here. If we come over here, let's go to watch. If I click on the screen, do you know you can do this? Nobody knows this. It makes it so much easier. Click on the screen. Just put the number 5. Do M. 5 minutes.
Oh, that's dope.
Little secret tips and tricks.
Jumpman is the most. He's more profitable.
That's a 5-month. Shit, 5. Just 5 there.
He's the most profitable trader in the server for sure. In my server. Man, he swings for the fences, bro.
All right.
The only other person I know that makes more money than him is Honest Crypto. And I don't even know if that's. I mean, yeah, I'm actually.
And we're gonna bring Honest Crypto on here because this dude has some. See, I want a long, but this looks weak. Fuck.
You know what?
Boom, boom. Look at this. Under the moving averages. Look at this. Suppressed by the 20. Suppressed by the 20. Suppressed. We have bullish divergences. It's trying to trick you, I feel like. Let's turn on the order blocks. Look at this. Massive order block right here. Massive order block up here. Bullish divergences, but look, stochastics angle down. Money flow is negative. So let me ask you guys again. You can wreck me if you want. Do you think this is a long or a short?
I haven't checked the chat the entire stream. Let's check the chat.
Good night, fam. Got to hit the... Good night. Dude, it's 9:24 a.m. where we're at.
Oh, shit. It's 9:30.
Big love to you, quarter crawler.
Another night of just... You know, that's what's cool is like, we don't need drugs. We don't need partying to say... It's like, I actually am able to stay
charts
longer. We just need charts and good conversation, man, and our community. That's what we live for, and our family, right? I have the fortune of having an amazing, beautiful family. I miss them, actually.
Okay, guys. I'm going short.
Check this out.
40x. It's a little baby trade. $6,000, $7,000.
I'm gonna send you this one if you don't mind.
Where's my mouse? There we go.
I'm gonna send it to you.
So just so you guys know, when you're trading, it happens on most exchanges, but if you're on CoinW, when you're about to put in your trades, see this TPSL, click on that. And so on entry, I can make sure I have a stop loss set. And I'm going to be very tight. I'm going to put it, where am I going to put it? 62,834. 628, let's do 830. Boom. So now, let's make sure, yeah, 62.
All right, I'm going to send a couple things over your way. We didn't edit it, but
What?
we'll just play it out. Oops, play the short one first.
Let me put this.
But take your time, it's sending.
I'm going to wait because this is trying to look like it's trying to have a bullish impulse, but you see this stochastic rolling down. We want to see the RSI break above this. This is on a 3-minute chart, though, so. See, although I wanted a short, we're being a little patient because this might have another impulse. You see how this impulsed up into the zone, came back down, impulsed up into the zone, back down. It may be trying to do that, but I kind of doubt it because of this stochastic up, back down, way lower high here. Kind of weakness.
Whenever
Let me see.
that, I'll tell you which ones to play in what orders.
What? Is it music or something?
Well, it's gonna. Yeah, I actually have a 1.5-minute video of you DJing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You took a video of me DJing?
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. All right, so
I went all the way from the back.
82% of you love this informal stream. I think 18% of you are just here for nachos.
0% hate it. That's awesome. I'm glad that you guys don't hate it. But I mean, sometimes everything's not for everyone, right? I wouldn't be mad. I would just be like, damn, I actually do stuff.
Man, it's as bearish as I thought this was a second ago. Look at this stochastic right here. It's trying to roll back up. RSI double bottomed here, just like with this W formation. See this? Look at this. Much higher.
Yeah. That's looking... Well, what about what we were doing last time? Does that apply to this with the rolling over? Are we talking about? Not really, huh? Since it's moved so much downward. Or can you apply it still?
You're talking about with the angles of attack?
Yeah. I'm curious.
Well,
there's a strategy. I don't know if you share. These are members. Can you share with my community? This, I'm not gonna just bite it from him and say I came up with it. I want him to show it. Yeah, that one. He showed me this, and I thought it was really interesting. So I'm going to be trying to incorporate that.
This was the angle of attack, the impulse, right here, from this low to this high. This doesn't need to be exact; just a general idea, the size and the angle. Now we move to this next low. You can see, without knowing momentum, you can see this has so much less of an impulse here, and it's more of an angle. Weakness coming in,
and there's more wicks.
This is on a 1 hour chart.
Suppressed.
Yeah. So bulls tried, kept back down. Bulls tried, brought back down. Then we got the move, trap back down. So let's get back over to Coin W. By the way, I just found this out today. Just so you all know, the Coin W team is phenomenal. Every single person that works there is awesome. Mm-hmm. I DJ'd the Coin W event tonight, and it was awesome.
We're going to open it up here. This was actually, I took this picture. That's a cool picture. She fought at Karate.
Oh, Jenna X. Shout out to Jenna X.
Shout out Jenna X. Shout out to Loudmouth. He's pretty much everywhere. Dope dude. Real cool cat. Like down to earth and fun and friendly, but also like in the space. Just like in there, right? All right, let's watch this one first because I thought this was pretty dope. This is the one that I posted on X, and it got.
I don't think the audio is gonna share. Let me try.
Is it not?
No, hold on.
Why not?
Oh wait. I'm looking at my mouse over here. System.
Can you send it? Yeah.
Where's my mouse?
As forevermore, people that use fiat currency as a store of value, we call them poor. We call them poor.
Nobody plays that at crypto parties. They should.
Little bubble.
Check this out. Oh, it didn't send yet. The rest. What is this one? Oh, this is the beginning of that other one. It's still waiting to send through. Oh, are we on Crypto Danks right now? You're in mine.
That's just my messages with you.
Oh, my goodness. Let me see why it hasn't sent. Maybe I'll connect to
There was a couple of people tagged me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, they had his name. Like, this is the type of dude we're rolling with. They got his name. Dude. That was a sick event. There were women in the pool.
It was so fun.
Jenna is dope, dude. Shout out to you, girl. She's fucking cool.
I have such a crush on Jenna. It's so funny. I had no idea about the visuals because I was just playing music. And then I saw the, I was like, I had no idea they had my stuff on there. I don't know what that is. What a face. Insane night, worth dying at the airport right now. She said she was going to stay. But you got to go back. It's a long journey. A Quinn W finally followed me.
Oh, yeah. That's because you met I introduced you to somebody, huh?
Well, I know the whole team.
Iris and Cyan. They run that channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Bubble, that was that Michael Saylor track. He's if you guys aren't following Little Bubble, make sure you follow. This guy,
most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
People that use fiat currency as a store of value, we call them poor. We call them poor. People that use fiat currency, we call them poor. We call them poor. We call them poor. We call them poor. There's a name for them. We call them poor. We call them poor. Okay.
There you go. Now, Lil Bubble does some funny stuff. I don't know if you guys have followed him. This is Vitalik, and Lil Bubble did a remix. Let's see. I haven't seen this.
He made, because Vitalik just sang like a la carte by just his voice.
He was just in the middle of a speech, and then he just started singing. If you guys want to see, of course, that's a little produced. I just wrote the title. It's actually funny. I think he was trolling everybody. This is it.
Well, I mean, he's on the spectrum, right? So.
I think we're all on the spectrum.
Yeah.
This was just during the conference.
And its properties are from
Come on.
All the rest of them are from better than. All the rest of them is mathematical. No more double spend, it's encryptable. Put your cash in your brain or it's variable. A new form of wealth begins. And it's
You can only do that on the stage, main stage of a conference when you're a billionaire that is changing the way finance works.
All right, we're gonna play a couple things. First, let's do the DJ.
Go back here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, perfect. So start with that one.
Wait, what's this?
Here, it's the one we recorded earlier when we first got in.
I don't even know.
Here, it's good.
I made so much
The one we made mistakes in the last
week. I made so much money investing and trading Bitcoin. So much money. And you know,
Oh, you didn't get.
I got it.
You didn't get the best part.
I did.
It wasn't a brag. It was me saying I fuck shit up. You're messing shit up here, man. Come on.
Get back to it.
Get off my goddamn mouse pad.
Go and play the rest of it.
I'm trying to get back to it.
Okay, and then go up or down. Sorry.
That's it.
Where the fuck is it? It said it's set.
I made so much money investing.
What I said in that stream wasn't, hey, I'm bragging. I said,
can you refresh your screen?
Sure. I hate the internet in Singapore. This is the worst internet fucking ever.
Okay. I think it should be there.
You know what my downfall was?
What was it?
Everybody's. You know what my downfall was?
What was it?
Everybody's downfall. I lost humility. I made so much money. I was perfect. And this humility is the biggest downfall of anybody that invests in crypto, because they say, "Oh, I'm making 50 G's, 100 G's, a million," and then you go, "I'm God." And you go, "I'm going to make 10 million tomorrow because I'm going to 12x leverage this," and then an hour later you go, "Mom, I need to borrow money."
Shit.
Because we fuck ourselves with not minding our humility. We have to have strategy. We have to have risk management. We have to practice not greed, but this is the best opportunity of our life. How can we capture it and not try to, what's the word? Exfoliate's the wrong word.
You're short. Let's see what else.
You can edit this in a second.
No, take your
So much better unedited.
No, you continue recording. We'll just edit it.
Okay.
Exfoliate, that's not the word.
Where was the sentence?
You're making money, but you're trying to make it way more than it needs to be. Because it's already moving so fast.
It's called greed.
You can make so much money in this market, and you do. And then you get so hyped on yourself because you are a god. You are the person that... And then you lose $100,000 when you're in a family weekend. And you can't tell your family. You tell them later. But you have to dance. You have to be like, everything's good. And I want to die inside because I'm not a man. And then you realize, oh,
it does feel...
This moves fast enough. We don't need to exacerbate it. We don't need to amplify. You have to be strategic. Leverages for institutions going long and taking a leverage short to mitigate their risk. Retail, we say, let me go 12x long because I'm going to be rich tomorrow. What happens? You're poor tomorrow and you just...
Long story short, wine has been had this evening, but that was a real conversation. What is this?
That's the 1.5 minute DJ.
Oh, I haven't seen this. Jenna.
So I was getting girls to go up on stage and dance while he was sleeping. I walked around the club, the party, and just like most of the women looked at me.
It's funny, it looks like the place is empty, but there's like 700 people there.
There we go.
All the way to the peaks.
I don't even pay attention. I'm just focused on what I'm doing. Fuck it, DJ. I toured internationally for like 15 years. I love this more than crypto, but crypto's opportunity. I love music so much. It's hard to even describe.
Sufficient enough says 3 bulls.
Oh shit! Did I enter a trade?
Uh-huh.
I can't remember. I didn't. Smart guy. So look at this. See, tried to have the impulse up. Look at this. Back topped out. So we're going to do a little line here. We're going to do a little happy bush.
Hey, Jumpman, you're in the chat, bro. Do you want to come on and chat with us? Or let me call. I'm going to call.
Call Honest.
Honest. Yeah.
Bring his ass on, dude.
Let me call him. Jumpman, you're welcome to come too if you want. Just put it in the chat and then I'll call you.
Yo, 1-800-CALL-IT-COLLECT. We have a request right now.
Talk to me.
Yo, get on an area that we can send you a link. You jumping in this live stream we've been doing for the last 2 hours. Members live stream.
All right. I like it. Let's do it.
So
what do you want me to drop in?
We're gonna send it to. Can you get on a computer or are you doing?
Wait, first off, get some baby oil, a fish hook, and a soft-boiled egg, and some assless chaps. We're gonna send you a link, and we're gonna get on that. We're gonna talk about some charts. We might take some trades.
I like it, man. I'm in the middle of a park.
You're where?
You do it on your phone.
I'm in
the middle of a park right now. Like I came because my little kid, he started like a soccer team, so I'm over here just looking at him in the soccer game. But I'm charting as well. I'm looking at the market right now.
Here, I'll send you the
from my
link.
phone.
Right
Well, hey, we'll send you a link. Maybe it's just audio. If you can share on your phone, that's great too. But we'll see.
Absolutely, let's do it.
We'll send you the link. We'll pull you up here in a sec.
Let's do
Check
it.
it. I'll send it on X. All right.
X. Look for link. All right, later.
Let's do it. I got you, brother.
Does Jumpman want to jump in? I can call you.
So anybody there that's listening right now, just so you know, this is you guys. You don't even realize you're getting such ridiculous special alpha. Not me. I share stuff with you guys all the time. No, this guy.
You can have more than one.
Yeah, we can. It's a little easier with one. It becomes complicated with more than one. But the guy we're about to bring on is kind of like, let me just say, you're getting kind of secret insider whale knowledge. That's all I'll say. This guy knows what's up.
Picture of, I just wanted to share with you since I can't do shit. Here it is.
Dude, I didn't really just take this into account. We're at basically $63,000.
Yeah.
This almost feels, I feel so bearish, but this almost feels like a trap that wants to come back up. Because it's lost this line, but it's also like, fuck you, psych, boom. Is that our guy?
Here.
Is there for a second?
Yeah, this is a good one. My community knows them, but yours doesn't. It would be really good for them to get to know.
Here we go.
Call or something.
All right. We got a dude in the house. You might not be able to see him. It might just be audio. That's not Crypto Danks. Let me go ahead and remove. I'm doing this on the fly, guys. Here we go.
I can
Boom.
get out here. There you go.
Audio. Yo, Mr. Honest, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here, man. A pleasure
All
to
right.
be here.
What's up, big dog?
My guy, I just introduced you as a guy.
Thanks for the invite, guys.
People don't realize the OG information you're about to share because you have the inside knowledge nobody even wants to acknowledge is around, and that's people that understand how big money moves markets. So what's going on? Are we about to crash like a motherfucker? Or Is this just chop? What are you feeling? What's your thoughts on the market? And who are you?
Yeah, let's say who. Like, what is your
Absolutely,
experience?
man. Thanks for
You know.
yeah, guys. Thank you for inviting me to the show. It's actually an honor to be here. First of all, first and most.
My bad. I muted you.
Right
There you
now, I'm looking at I'm looking at the market right now. It's oh, do you hear me now?
Yeah,
go. Yeah,
yeah.
you're good. You're good.
All right, cool, guys. So yeah, so all right, cool. So I've been in crypto since 2014. I started my journey, buying Ethereum and Bitcoin at that time, and I learned 1,000 ways to actually lose money in the market, and that's how I actually got profitable by my second bull run. And it's been awesome. It's been a crazy journey. Right now, all I do is just trade the markets, zero sentiment at all, just pure charts, man. That's all I do.
So what were you? You said you were.
And let me tell you something. Right now,
Go
the
ahead.
market.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So right now, I'm checking right now the charts. Being honest with you, I've been like on it 24/7 almost. Like the other day, I had like 3 days without sleeping, just checking this shit out. And I'll tell you, I think it's gonna be a chop. And depending what people start speculating, depending if people start getting super bullish, we might get a big crash down just to wipe out some longs. And if people just start getting scared and start, jumping off and saying that we're going to crash, and you start seeing that on the heat map, we might be able to continue the rally. Normal, like, I've been trading the markets for so long and I've been trading with big amounts of money. I've seen how, like, big liquidity actually moves. They actually move against retail 90% of the time. I can tell you that. I seen it myself. I lived it. And it all depends where the liquidity is at. Basically the game of crypto is hunting liquidity. That's how I call it. You know what I mean? And right now we're at that space where even the exchanges look like they're undecided yet. Like nobody actually knows what's going to happen. But like I said, if we start seeing a bunch of longs, if we start seeing confidence in the market, we might get a washout. Okay, but if the market still looks like 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 people just start putting shorts and you start seeing a lot of shorts, we might continue going up. So I would say that the trick here on this type of scenario on this type of market is to always go against the crowd, guys. That's what I'm doing, and it's been working for me since we started this choppiness like 2 months, 3 months ago.
Yeah, no, I hear that, but I said but. I don't mean but. I will say and. Uh, I feel like a lot of people are frustrated, and I think it's a good indication of obviously sort of retail frustration. But we've been trading essentially sideways with the downward slush 13th, and people feel like, oh, it's done. Oh my God, why is it not going up? Blah, blah, blah. And I look at the past cycles, and we've not done one thing that's out of context with what we've seen in the last two cycles. To me, I'm like, hey man, we just need to wait for that 170, maybe 160, 180 day mark. We're at 153 right now. Post halving, last two cycles, that was the shortest it was. It would make sense even if we went into 180, 190, maybe even 200 before we started breaking out. To me, the longer the base, the higher the space. So fuck, let's let this consolidate.
Yeah, right now that's the game lane. Right now we're just waiting to see. Like right now, my personal game. I've been just waiting to see what the market wants to do, and like always keep an eye out there for like a lot of bullishness or a lot of bearishness. And if there's none of them, like myself, sometimes it's better to just not do anything. Sometimes and just wait for that big moment to just jump in and get all that liquidity. Um, it's been crazy right now, but we need to understand that opportunities are out there, and we just gotta make sure that we are on our game and ready to take action when it's time to just take action. Bitcoin right now is at, let me check right here on my side. I want to apologize to everybody if I sound a little crazy. I'm actually in the park and my kid is having a soccer game, and I'm like over here just trying to get all this together for you guys. I want to make sure I give you the best info I have.
No, dude, no, you're crushing it. It's like you actually sound super clear. You can't even tell you're outside. Yeah, Bitcoin's right now it's like 63,000. We're frustrated. 63,000, and some of us are frustrated. Why are we frustrated with this asset that's only setting up for an obvious upside action, whether it's now or in 9 months? Let's take advantage of these opportunities. Oh, I lost him. Yeah, I lost him. So he's in the park. He might have got arrested for dropping too much knowledge. I just, because you guys asked earlier, and I realized while Honest Crypto was talking, you guys said long, I didn't long, so I just aped in to 40x long. I think this might have a little bit of a roll down, but we have a stop loss down here at 62, basically 800. Does Jumpman have the?
I sent him a link. What is it when it shows that over there? Is he in there? No.
No, I'll know when he's in here because somebody will pop up here. I don't have to do anything; they just pop up.
That's a cool app. I guess they don't have it for Windows though. I tried to find it.
Ecamm?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, 40x long. I'm gonna do it too. Here we go.
It's looking a little. It's looking a little dubious, as some may say. But this is looking actually nice. This on this 3-minute chart. Let me look at this. 15-minute. Nice little double bottom. If this can clear this zone right here.
See, it's not just me, bro.
An error occurred stating the interview. Oh, wait, there's somebody popped in.
All right, I'm back.
We just spilled a bunch of. Yeah, we just spilled a bunch of wine on the bed. It's all good. Yeah, we got you, dude.
All right, I'm happy to be back.
To us,
so,
baby.
Guys, I apologize for that. Just that I don't know. It just like took me off for a second. So like I was saying, guys, the market right now is super choppy and it's super like I actually kind of like this time and I hate it. It's like a sweet and sour sauce for me because if we just follow what happened in the past bull runs and if it plays like we think is going to play, I'm pretty sure that we will nail this one. And what I mean with that is if Bitcoin just goes up to 65, and we get that little washout that we always get. Because I'll tell you this, Kelly, I don't know if you noticed, but we still haven't seen that big washout, I feel. I don't know if you're with me on that, but I haven't seen that big washout that we're used to seeing right before the bull run starts. You know what I'm saying?
I will say this. I'll say this to that, and that is in 2017, we had 8 washouts, 26 to 40 something percent. But it was over a period of time. And I actually literally, when you said that statement, I literally kind of thought about it in this moment. And that is where we're at right now in the price action. We had the impulse up back in January 2023. We had about a 20% washout. We had a second 20% washout. We had a third 20% washout. We had all these 20% washouts, and everybody, I think, got complacent. They said, oh, institutions are here. We're never going to have more than a 20% washout. And then what happened is we had price go up to $74,000. And what's interesting to me about that is what you just said is, are we going to get a bigger washout? I mean, I still think we can go down to 45K, 42K, and it would still be super bullish. But if we just look at the structure since March 13th, we had basically let's look at this. I'm measuring it. Hold on 1 second. One-handed. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've had 5 20% washouts since March just in this range. So I'm wondering if we're getting this consistent chop as a substitute for a bigger washout down. But I mean, fuck, we could go down to 38 and we'd still be above the golden pocket. That's a funny thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. So I think, being honest with you, I do. I don't know why, but I don't want to scare anybody in here, but I do have a little sense of like, what can I tell you? Like, I just feel, man, that at some point they're gonna give us that big washout. There's gonna be a big friggin' sell off. It's gonna go all the way down like to 45, like you said. I have buy orders down there for Bitcoin, and I'll be honest with you. It's because we like they're bringing that sense back. You know, like, oh yeah, everybody was waiting for a washout right now. As soon as the Fed did that and blah blah blah, and then people said, oh, it's 50 base points, and you know, it pumped, and everybody's like now super jolly about it, right? I think it's the rally's going to continue for a few more hours or a few more days until all the jolly people are like confident that this is not going down. And when you feel that, like when you're looking at the chart and you're feeling, yeah, baby, we're not going down never again, that's when they're going to wash everybody out. And it, you know, that's how the market has worked.
Well, you know
So
what?
like they're
You
not
know
going to
what?
wash out people knowing that everybody's off.
Well, you know what? I think about, it might have been a week ago, it might have been 2 weeks ago, but I was basically drawing an example of what I thought might happen. And I will acknowledge I have a very bullish bias, but I try to challenge it as much as possible. And so I map out bearish price action when I'm very
Absolutely.
bullish. And so one of the things that I mapped out, for those, if you guys, anybody that's watching right now, you members, if you remember this, throw a one in chat. About 2 weeks ago, I shared a chart, and I think I've deleted the line since, but I'll redraw it here. We've been in this range March 13th to now. There's basically been like a descending broadening wedge, right? But I think it's perfectly, not like, oh, it might happen. I think it's kind of likely that price will push up to 67,000, like you just said. And then everybody, we get this aping in of longs, and we have a huge liquidity flush that comes down to 56, bounces up, goes down to 50, bounces up, maybe goes down to 45, maybe stays in the 50 range. But having that push up to 67 that convinces people, and then we take all that liquidity, flushing it back down to 50 or 45 or 40, it doesn't matter to me what the price is. But having the whipsaw, the swing up, and then the capitulation, clear open interest, and then move.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you this. I want to I don't know if you ever felt like this or you heard this before, but I have always seen the market, the real bull market always happens when everybody is like almost out of the market. There's no liquidity. People are just scared. They're running for the exit. And that's when they start hitting the shorts and shorts and shorts and shorts, and everybody starts getting liquidated day after day after day after day. But it's not gonna happen when everybody's like, oh man, we just got the Fed to cut the rate. You know, psychologically, like these traders, like when I trade, like man. I want to have before I talk about how much I trade. I want to have my computer on so I can show you guys, because it's different if I just tell you number and I can't show you, right? I want to be able to show you in the community what I do. Um, we'll plan that out soon. I want to show you like
No,
with how much liquidity I
we'll do
trade, so
that.
you can
We'll
actually
do
understand
that.
what I'm
Hey,
saying.
we'll do that, and I'll just give everybody a little third party verification, so you don't have to say it. Just so you all know, he doesn't take a $3,000 position unless he's taking a shit on a toilet just by himself quietly, and he's just taking a 40x long for no reason. This guy moves 50K, a million and a half, 3 million, because he's taking a meaningful position and he knows what he's doing. So there's a lot of veracity in what he's saying, because not only is he doing that, when people move that kind of volume, they also have other people that are in their sphere. I don't want to say that they coordinate, but they do. People say, "Hey, what's going on? Yeah, let's work together towards this momentum." And that's not manipulation. Why? Because if I'm trading and my
Yeah.
father's trading, if I'm trading and my sister's trading, yes, I love my father. Yes, I love my sister, but I am in this market to make money, and I'm going to make decisions and they're going to make decisions. I might take money from them without realizing it because I'm making smarter decisions. Institutions don't manipulate. What do? They fucking make money in this market. And you can either understand that and make money with them and ride that trend, or you can be a victim and say, this always happens. I buy and it drops.
Absolutely, man. I'm 100. I can't, man. I can't say add anything to that. I'll tell you the truth. Just it's just how the market works. Like you have to have an edge in here, and that's why I would tell everybody that's watching this, you are so lucky that you have this community here, man. Because without a community, it's very hard. Without like you can say that you have an edge and everything, but you need a community that's willing to give you the inside scoop. Like I haven't seen like big traders without having a Telegram group or some type of group that they can like rely on. So this is diamond here where your guys are at right now, and I can tell you, yes, we do move a few coins, and it's like I said, when you think that's gonna drop, we will buy. We will buy. And when you think that's gonna go up, we will place the shorts and sell the bag. And that's how the market works. That's how we make the money. Absolutely.
You know what? And I love the honesty there because so many people.
Absolutely.
I'll take some Coke with you. Coca-Cola. You see it, everybody. Man, I haven't had a Coke. I haven't had a Coca-Cola in like a month. No, but so okay, we talked Bitcoin. So let me get your perspective because I know there's thoughts about this. I'm not going to preface it, but I'll allude to what I think the retail sentiment is. Ethereum spot ETF launch and it failed. Is it different than the Bitcoin spot ETF? Did it fail? Does it have to do with timing and where we're at with engagement in the market? Or is this something that's a slow burn that something's about to pop that we're not aware of?
Yeah, I can tell you right now, man. The pump is coming for Ethereum. It's crazy what I'm telling you, but yes. What happened with Ethereum is basically they knew that everybody was anticipating that, and what they did was they just had on the hands. They let retail buy it and get bored. That's all we're like. That's all we're doing. We're just waiting for it to we're waiting for people to get bored, and man, I see Ethereum. Being honest with you, I have a target for Ethereum at 6,500. And I have another target for Ethereum at 8,500. And
Can I
how low can it go?
can
I
I
have
ask what
targets. I can tell
can
you
I
my
ask what
targets
gave you those
personally.
targets?
We just set up right now. Like we check the charts, and we throw fibs. We make sure that
Oh, I'm
we are
looking at it
never
right now.
taking
I'm looking at it
extra
right now.
bullishness into our trades.
The
Yeah,
1.382 is 6,514.
you got it. There you go. So we just look at the fibs. We have like I want everybody to understand. We don't trade with sentiment. We don't care if it's gonna go to 20,000. I don't care if it's gonna go to 40,000. I don't care if they say it's $1 million. I'm in and I'm out. So, yeah, it's gonna hit 6,500. It's gonna hit 8,500, and then if everybody like really goes wild like they think, then it can hit whatever they want to hit. But I won't. I don't care what happens at that point. Now the lows. I have targets for my lows. Lows to start buying for me are $1,700, and then my next target is $1,350 if we really get rocked like that. And
I
then there's another one, but that
I
one is
dude, I
super,
love you.
super, super bearish. That one is
I
seven
love
hundred and
you.
fifty
Hey,
dollars to go all in.
I have to say I love you because you and I have never shared charts with each other. We've only had conversation, and I'm as you're talking. I don't know if you can see on your side. I'm sharing the Ethereum chart. Um, I have a box that I
Yeah,
drew.
unfortunately.
I have a box that I drew
Yeah.
in March 2023, and that target below. And I had this 2120 target that I think I drew when we were at like 3,700. And everybody goes, there's no way. This is exactly the level we bounced on. The next target down I have from 1,900 basically down to 1,750. The target below that, yeah, on a conservative level, 1,460. But I mean, shit, this could go down here to, right? Let's see,
Mm-hmm.
1,300. All these are in the chart. It shows you
Yeah.
previous high,
So,
previous lows. It's simple.
I'll tell. Yeah, and yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you why we do this. So the other, because I want everybody to know, man. Like I traded for big banks before, and that's what was my career. I traded for J.P. Morgan for 3.5 years in New York. I retired out of that and went straight to crypto. And I can tell you right now, when you see something just going down, 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 down at that level, and you feel scared, take the buy. And it's gonna still keep going down. Don't get scared. That's how it works. Like you had that target at 1450. That is the most logical place where anybody should buy, but like we'll still push it down to 1250 to sell it again. You know what I'm saying? And then and then we will just get in at 1250 again and just pump it up. You would have been okay buying it at 450 and chilling. You know what I mean? You buy it at 1450, you chill on it, you see it going down, you don't stress out, and you wait for the big guys to start buying at 1250, and you follow the party because from there on, then it's gonna hit $1,950. We're gonna have everybody that didn't buy at 1,500 crying, and that's just how the market make. That's how we all make money. That's the only way that you can get money in this market.
I love it.
If you're in your feelings, if you're in your feelings and you're like, oh my god, I bought it at 1450, and when it's 1250, I want to sell. I want to sell. You're not gonna make money because the next day or the next hour, we're gonna pump that shit to 1700, and you're gonna be kicking yourself. And it happens all the time.
Well, I love that because it's so honest, and what I say to people in my community, I say, listen, are you in this market to make money and change your life? Are you in this market because you're LARPing and you're buying at a level you like, and then the price drops and then you sell? Well, you just fucked yourself. And I say, are you here to donate money to somebody's third vacation home or second boat or fourth boat? Or are you here to change your life? If you're
Absolutely.
buying it, dude, we were at 3,700 not that long ago. If the price drops to 1,400, you buy, and
Hmm.
it drops to 13 and you sell. What's the logic there?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's something about it, and it's just that some people sometimes, uh, like people will have their feelings always, and it's sometimes it's not even them. It's just the reasons of why they do crypto. Like there's people that really want to make a lot of money, and they have they really want to make money in this market, and they come here to change their life for the better. And you see how they put like the last cent they have. If you're trading with the last cent you have, I understand you're gonna feel that pressure in your chest and you're gonna sell. But if I promise you, whoever's hearing this, if you stick to your guts, if you chart right and you just follow the chart, don't follow the sentiment. If you follow your chart like Kelly does, like all these guys I see here, like Danks does right there, I respect him. He follows the chart too. If you follow the chart and you know that it's supposed to go up and you see that it goes down 100 $200 and you are in that position right now and you don't have no more money to buy more and you see that it goes down to 12, maybe 11, don't stress about it. Now if it goes like to 500, then I'll be like, okay, like understand that you can. I understand that like the market is here to make you lose money. It's not here to make you do money. Like there's no way. One thing I can promise everybody trading is that you're gonna lose your money. That's I can promise it. But if you have the gut and you have the edge and you have if you have the stomach strength because it's your gut, it's your frigging gut. I'll tell you that much. It's your gut. It's not even your head spinning. It's your gut. I've seen people lose money and want to throw up, man. It's like this is your gut. If you have the gut, bro, to take those swings, you're gonna come out really nice. You're gonna come up and you like people that's profitable is not profitable because you take the perfect trade when you buy or you sell. It's because they believe in themselves, they believe in the chart, and they trade the chart. They don't trade the comments, the news, the bullshit. Like you set up your stop losses, whatever it is, and you just perform what you had. And if you follow your plan, like I want to make a question here, and you let me know, Kelly, because I can't see. Let me know with a one if you have ever had like you said, okay, I'm gonna buy, let's say Solana. I'm gonna buy here at 128, and I know it's gonna go at least to 138 again, real quick. I know that's gonna come, and then you get on the trade. It hits 131, 132, and you're like, oh man, I gotta get out. This is getting embarrassed now. Oh my god! And then you get out, and then it goes to 138, and you're like, damn, I knew it was gonna hit there. Why didn't do it? It's just what I'm saying. Has that ever happened to one of you guys? Just put a 1. Kelly, let me know how many people say they had that happen to them.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
start a trade, you
it's
start it
that
right, you do
no,
it
it's
right.
it's that sentiment. We victimize ourselves. We say, man, when I buy, every time I buy, it drops, and every time I sell, it goes up. My question always is, if that's an every time thing, why are we victimizing ourselves like it's against us? Okay, it's like George Costanza on Seinfeld. He realizes he fucks up everything he does, so he's like, you know what? I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to do the opposite, and maybe and everything was better for him because he just had the wrong intentions, and that's the truth.
Yeah, man, and I'm telling you, like right now, I'm looking at Solana, I'm looking at Bitcoin, I'm looking at Ethereum. There is a lot of money to be made, guys. If it goes up or it goes down, if you're a trader, you should be able to make money when it goes up and when it goes down. And if you're an investor, um, it can get murky, but just man, just believe in your trades, believe in your holdings, believe in what don't hold something you don't believe on, because at the long run, you're gonna wreck yourself if you're buying like anything that just comes up to you and you just don't know why you're buying it. As soon as that thing goes 10% down, you're gonna be losing that money. It's like you said, Kelly, just Salvation Army donation you just made for somebody else vacation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like even Solana, everybody's so hyped because they think it has this huge VC and institutional interest, and in some cases it does, sure. But everybody says, "Oh, it's going to be $1,000 Solana this cycle." Okay, who gives a shit? Fuck that. I'm looking at the chart. I see an immediate opportunity about 117 down to 107. And I think that's not actually the opportunity. I think that Solana actually, as great as everybody thinks it is, I think the opportunity is about $90 down to about 70, 75 in that region.
Yeah, that's you got it right, Kelly. You got it right, man. Look at the monthly. That's the other thing we do. We love looking at monthly, and we like looking at those RSIs on the monthly. Those don't lie. Like I'll tell you that much. Those don't lie. And when, like at least me that I move a lot of money, I like doing my trades based on the monthly and the daily sometimes, because I'm not like getting in and out in 30 minutes. I don't scalp like that, like just 30-minute trades. There's people that do it, and hey, that's a blessing. That's a talent. That's you gotta have guts. You gotta have real pants. I think that people is even better than me, man, because they really like, just get in, get out, get in, get out, and they make a ton of money. But myself, I love those monthly. Like if you look at Solana on the monthly chart, you can identify, and you put an RSI on it, you can identify what you just said. It's just logical. Like it's just logical. Just look at it. You'll see that like from $75 all the way to 90 should be like the maximum painful bottom that like that you gotta be like all in at that point. But if we get the 110, we are thankful if we get the 110 to 102, 101, $198. I'll be grateful. But it like the golden spot to buy this is at $75, $85, and $90. That's like the sell everything and just buy Solana, because the party's gonna start.
Yeah, no, I love it. I'm going to hand the mic to Danks. Maybe he has a few questions with you, and then I don't want to keep you from your son's game too long. Thank you for being here, brother.
No, it's totally fine. Absolutely. Thank you, Kelly, for inviting me.
How you doing, big dog? It's good to talk to you, man. It's good to hear you.
Man, I, thanks, man. Same for you, man.
We were talking, Kelly and I, about we we were basically discussing how our charting is, right, and how we maneuver around a chart, and then how I told him, we were just talking about how you're so ridiculously successful, but your charting is so minimal, right? Can you maybe, like, a lot of people think like you have to have all of these data sets and all of these things, which, everybody trades differently. Why do you feel that you do so well with just a MACD and an RSI and like that's pretty much it, I think, right? Or using moving averages, one
Yeah,
moving
yeah,
average.
that's it.
Like,
You
what
got
do
it.
you?
You
How do
got
you
it right,
feel
man.
about that? And
Yeah,
then,
you got it right.
do you want to do more? Are you happy with what it is? Do you think you could make more with more oscillators and stuff, or what? I'm curious on kind of extending that conversation that you and I had yesterday.
Absolutely, I can tell you, man. It is crazy, but yes, I only use a stock RSI, a MACD, and then sometimes I will use the MFI, Money Flow Index, on
Mm-hmm.
TradingView. I don't use no algo, nothing like that. No, no nothing fancy. The most like when I want to stretch it, when I'm still scared at something, when I feel the jibbies sometime, I will pull up a volume profile and that's it. Like I try to keep my chart as clean as possible. But like I said, if anybody out there is using the Scoobies, like all the algo and all that good stuff and what's the other one you were showing me the other day? I was like, oh man, that's cool. What's it called? The
The market
You were
cipher
showing me
B.
like another tool. Yeah, the micro cipher beat, man. There's people that like using it, and it's totally fine. Like nothing against it, but I like keeping it simple because I started trading traditional markets, and like we use a lot of like crazy stuff to trade these markets. When you're trading with, when you know what you're doing, you don't need all the tools, but you could use them. They're there for you. It's a blessing, and whoever knows how to use that, hey, bless your heart. I'm happy for you, and if you're getting results out of it, you're doing it right too. Like trading, there's no perfect way to doing it, but myself, that's all I use, man, and I done it for years, and it's worked for me, fantastically. It just worked for me fantastically. I wouldn't change my system, right? My rules. That's another thing I was talking to you about the other day, and is that one thing that hurts a really good profitable trader is that change their rules so many times and so many times and so many times. They're looking for that next red pill. They saw the movie Pill, and they're just taking the damn pill to oh, this pill is gonna work. You know what I mean? It's like, and
Mm-hmm.
and 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 they're just messing up their trade. They take a new tool and they're like, oh, I'm gonna learn it. So they lose like 10 G's, and then they start being profitable, and then they find another tool and they want to change and change and change. I don't do that. I'm reading the markets the same way since I started, and I made sure that I knew like I know what curvatures like looks like on this time frame, that time frame, that time frame. I don't know if you've seen me doing it. I think you did, right? You were like trading one day, like we were trading together, and I told you, hey, look, this is how I use the MACD. I enter the trades after I look at this time frame and that time frame and that time frame. I only check two time
Yeah,
frames, right?
yeah.
When I enter a trade, I check two. And I don't use no fancy stuff. And sometimes I told you yesterday, hey, I kind of feel like kind of dumb sometimes because I don't use all the fancy new gadgets out there. Like the market cipher. That's a blessing. I seen you use it, but I don't use none of that. I just use my MACD, my stock RSI. Oh, sometimes I will pull the volume profile, like I said, and when I'm like, hey, I need to know what is like the main thing happening here. I could add a 200 EMA, but that is like if I want to buy $350,000 of this particular investment. I want to just know like where I could end and where I could, what would be the best scenario and the bad scenario. I will look at that 200 EMA to know where we're at in that story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I think the moving averages are actually very critical. And it's funny because I really, I started shifting. I was so focused on like the 20, 21, and the 50 or 55 moving average. But I think 50, 55 is good for like, you don't know people out there watching. If you're still watching, God bless you. So we have the MAs, the moving averages, and we teach this in the Elite VIP Trade Academy. So if you're not a member, you are, because this is a member stream. I forgot. So anyways, we do this by each, like if it says 50 or 20 or whatever the MA is, the moving average, it's actually,
Let me pull up a naked chart.
yeah, go ahead.
Right? Let's pull it up here. This is naked. Boom. We got 4 MA right here.
Okay.
So now what moving average do you want?
So yeah, do 21. Sorry, 21, 55.
I'm a 55 guy too.
And 200.
I have the 200.
You could just turn the third one off.
I respect the 55 for momentum. I like the momentum. I like to see momentum.
Yeah, because I actually will move it back and forth. Sometimes I'll see like, okay, because the 55. Okay, so essentially what they are is it means 55. So just hypothetically, we're talking about the 55 right now.
55 period.
55 period. Yeah, it's 55 candlesticks within that time frame. So if it's a 12-hour time frame, it's 55 12-hour candles. If it's a 4-hour time frame, 1 minute, whatever it is, it's that many moving averages that are on that time frame. So for those candlesticks. So if you imagine like 55 candlesticks over the daily time frame, well, that gives you significant differential over the 50, and then a much less different, like a much bigger, broader difference from the 50 or 55 to the 200. So it's essentially what moving averages are, is just a way to smooth out the chart, take out, hide the chart, hide the candlesticks.
I forget how to do that.
Yeah, I'll show you. So if you want to hide candlesticks, you can come up here and you just click these 3 dots and then you'll go hide. Okay, it should show the moving. Yeah, okay. So it literally smooths out the chart off of the candlesticks.
Option V. I'm showing just crosses. Option V. This is a bit for cross. Option V.
This is an interesting way to.
Let's see how it looks on price action.
I like it. Yeah.
Let's see. How does this give you alpha? Now let's look at the chart. Boom. Show. Boom. Great opportunity. Look at that. Great opportunity down. And that was just based on moving average crossing bearish. Now, oh my God, I missed some of this move. But look, you caught this from here. Shift. Let me just shift. Sorry. All the way to here. Yeah. Oh my God, I only got a 57% pump. Fuck, what am I going to do with 57%? Oh, here. Oh my God, it crossed again. What am I going to do? I missed this. I missed this move. Oh, yeah, that's 30%. But look, right here, you can just let the noise die out. God damn it. Give me a measurement. There you go. All the way down to the next cross. 50% move you made on the downside. Oh, it crossed back up. Okay, from there, what's the next cross? 64% up. So that's, I mean, I don't even remember what was this measurement. This was ridiculous. This first one was 62% down, 50% up, 60% down. You're quadrupling your money just trading the crosses of the moving averages. No noise.
So that's what moving averages do
absolutely.
for you. So literally, and they
You're
have
totally right.
They have what's called the smoothing average and then the exponential moving average. Do you want to talk about the difference? Do you know like a little bit?
Well, you have a simple moving average. It's not smooth. You have a simple moving average and an exponential moving average. A simple moving average is the average of every, say you have a 20 period. Let's just use that as a metric. The simple moving average, a 10 SMA, is the average of every candle in that 10 period. An EMA, an exponential moving average, I don't want to say favors, but it places more weight on the more current time frames. So they move a little bit faster, and it's up to every individual trader. I don't think there's an answer of one better than the other. One of my favorite analysts in the space who does so much great research, his name's Caleb Franzen. He actually does charts where he calls it a cloud. He does, let's say, 128 day or 200, it doesn't matter, 20, SMA and EMA.
and it gives you sort of like a range because no, and it, dude, honest, I know you'll agree with this. There's no fixed perfect price target for a trend line, a moving average, a target. It's never going to exist ever.
Never.
All you can do is give a target that provides you a range idea of where you should be looking.
That's totally right, man. There's no single recipe to get that right. Like and I could even say indicators too. Like we can assess um what we think is going to happen, right? And what we see with the chart, we can say I will call it odds, man. This is crazy, but I call it odds in my way of seeing it. You know, the odds of going up is this when this happens. So if you get to dominate it, if you get to dominate your chart at that point, that you know, if it does this, like you're a freaking robot. 90% of the time you'll get it right, or 25% you'll get it wrong. But if you like, you know what I mean? Like what you said, there's no way of just knowing exactly what's going to happen. But the odds are there, though. If you know what it looks like when this happens, then you will be able to beat the market, man. It's crazy.
Well, so
But
let me
there's no
ask you.
perfect indicator or perfect way of doing it.
Let me ask you, because you mentioned something earlier that I think is prescient in where we're at now. You said you used to trade for JP Morgan. You made a good living doing that. You've moved into crypto. And I don't know if this time is different, but what I've learned about markets is every day is different. So yeah, this time is different. The argument is not, is it different? It's how can we adapt to the evolving ecosystem. And the reason I say that is we had 2017 hyper altcoin season. Then we had 2021, it was still really good. Now we're into 2024 and there's been an overwhelming explosion of the number of coins that are out there. Everybody fixes the goddamn fucking trilemma. It's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. But my point is this:
Yeah.
even me, I'll even call myself out. I'm very heavily invested in alts, and part of that is a bullish bias of I do still think that we're going to have a very bullish alt season, but I also have to be aware that the liquidity is diluted in that there's so many opportunity plays that are out there. And we also saw the capital rotation 2017, 2021 change a little bit. And now, do you think we're going to get a similar Bitcoin breaks, pushes up, risk comes on, and then, maybe a couple weeks, maybe a month later, then altcoins rip? Or is this going to be, because I've already noticed this a little bit, is it going to be like kind of scattershot? Oh, fuck, AI is running. Oh, no, DPIN's running. Well, fuck, not only AI is running, FET's running and Render's dry. Like, it's starting to look a little more independent. It's not looking so cohesive as it did in previous cycles. Is that something you've noticed, or am I completely wrong?
No, you're totally right, Kelly. Like literally, the liquidity. What's happening is liquidity is jumping from one investment to another, and yes, you are totally right. This cycle hasn't, like, we haven't had that massive altcoin season or that massive DeFi summer that we are used to having before. Um, and you're totally right. The thing is that there's so many tokens and coins out there, and they all have like this cult mentality, and that it's, and then you see that one pumps like you said, and then the other one is dropping. But that's just like I said, liquidity is like we're still waiting for. I'm sorry for that if you hear that, but there's a kid crying behind me. Okay, so there is
That's our guy, Honest
no
Crypto, making
real.
kids cry.
So just letting you know, there is, Kelly, there is like really no, I haven't seen no movement from retail. And like it's not even crypto's fault. I don't think it's the dilution of so many tokens. It's just that people are really messed up over here. Like at least in America right now, in the United States, the macro markets indicate that, people are just scared of investing. People still think that Well, the people that are very wealthy are still kind of skeptical with crypto at this moment, and the people that is willing to go all in and ape into coins are still not here. They're still not here. And yes, what you asked me, do I think that Bitcoin is going to pump and then we will see the altcoins ripping? Yes, there's going to be a time for that. Will it be as glorious as other years? I can't tell you that because I don't have a crystal ball. But I can assure you that when interest comes back to the market, you're gonna have all these people looking for the cheap, the cheap altcoins. Like no, really, like retail is not in here just for Bitcoin. Retail thinks just like us sometimes too. Like, hey, let's get the cheaper coins. They don't know about market caps. I'll be very honest with you. So I would say that I would stick around on the top 500 coins. You know what I mean by market cap, because people just go through Coin Market Cap and CoinGecko and they start playing. Like this one I like, this one I don't like, this one I like, this one I don't like, and just because they like a name or they like a color of the coin and they like the community, they go on Twitter and they see it, they just jump on it. Like we are still in that. We're still not. We haven't seen that. I apologize. We still haven't seen that in the market yet. So yes, I do believe we will see a big altcoin season. I don't know how big, but viewing that now we have all this institutional money moving around, I guess it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Okay,
Now
okay. Wait.
that's what they want us to think.
You said something there, and there's a lot to unpack because one of the things that we all I think realize, whether or not we want to admit it, is this time is different in that we have institutions that are now involved heavy. It's not like they're doing a 0.25% like people were thinking. Right? We saw some institutions do
Hmm.
like 23% asset under management allocation towards Bitcoin spot ETF. So the reason why I bring that up when we're talking about altcoins is there's also potential that as much as even Trump, I like Trump for the economy. That doesn't mean he's going to just approve and
Hmm.
push through everything that's with altcoins. There might be BlackRock, Fidelity, biggest asset managers in the history of the world. There might be a potential where, hey guys, we have these assets and we're gonna lean towards making sure the government suppresses these other things so it all flows to this. There's a possibility for that.
Yeah, that's true. Even if you go on my Twitter and you go like down, 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 like 2 months down, you'll see I talked about it. I talked about it. I posted a bit. I made like a little essay about it, and what my little conspiracy. Because at that point I was putting like a tinfoil on, and nobody liked it. Like nobody liked it. I was talking about how like with BlackRock jumping into Bitcoin, a lot of these institutions were going to try to lobby in the Senate to try to make regulations towards all these other assets that are not Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe Solana. That's why I'm so like hyped about it, even though I know it could drop hard. Um, they could lobby towards implementing some type of regulation that basically makes it illegal in the United States or blah blah blah, or not illegal but like, hey, like you can't have the try to put securities into it. They already tried it. They've been doing this for a long time. But yes, you're right, they could try to steer all the liquidity into just a few of those. But the few of those, we already know which ones are they. Like Kelly, we already know which ones are those. And I would say there's an extreme of safety, and there's an extreme of craziness. And I'll tell you, everything in the middle might get hit if we get that regulation, but DeFi will be DeFi, and then you'll have like the safe assets being safe assets. I think that stuff that's in the middle might get wrecked if that happens. And when I talk about that, I might put on that box maybe a Cardano or something that is good, but it's not the most hyped up stuff, or something that doesn't have a lot of interest from the Fed, or from BlackRock, Fidelity, Charles, like all these, like something that doesn't have that big interest. might fail, and then you'll see like all the meme coins and the stupid coins and DeFi pumping too. Like if we get that regulation, Kelly, this is crazy. If we see regulation that steers the market towards safety, there's gonna be basically people that don't care and they want to buy the DeFi, and then you're gonna have like all the good coins that we think they're good just fade out because of regulation. And then you'll have like the nice coins like the Solanas, maybe BNB now, BB. You'll have like stuff like Ethereum pump into the sky. And then you'll have like the big friggin' DeFi stuff, like the dirty stuff in the cabinet that the feds don't know about, that BlackRock doesn't know about. The things that the light doesn't shine. You gotta go like 1,500 miles underwater to find it. You know what I mean? And those things will start pumping if we get that regulation. You know what I'm saying? And then everything in the middle will get burned. Just like they try to burn uh, Algorand and all these other coins that you've seen already that the SEC has been trying to get off for a long time. I could mention in that same list maybe XRP. Um, I could mention XRP on that list. Maybe it's one of those coins that if they bring big regulation, they'll try to go against. They've been trying to suppress that one for a long time. So, but
No,
yes, what you said is true. Like we don't know what the regulation is going to be.
no, I hear that, and again, I don't. I'm so honored that you spent this time with us. I'm going to ask you 2 more questions. I'm going to let you get back to your friends, family,
Absolutely,
countrymen,
I'm here for you
all
guys.
that. Narratives. Okay, I think there's a lot of speculative hype because we want RWA. I think RWA asset niche in crypto, in my mind, is very likely to have an incredible run. However, I'm also aware that we may be too hopeful that shit's going to get tokenized actively this cycle. Because this might be something that's a 7-year, it might be a 7-year trend. And everybody's like, I'm going to buy everything that has anything to do with art. And then nothing fucking happens. And they're like, oh, that was just a fake hype thing. So what's your thoughts on that sort of, because we're seeing Ondo do stuff great. We're seeing, there's other things like Swarm Markets and Fiduci. So what's your thoughts on like how hyped that, RWA AI is another one. Is this something that everybody's so hopeful of now because we see the pops, but is implementation actually going to drive speculation here, or is it just going to be a speculative run on these?
I'll tell you that I do think that I will say a few on the RWA will pump, and Ondo is there. Okay, so, but um, AI too. I think AI already had a run, and it's just too obvious. It's just too obvious for like. There's too much people in the bottom waiting for the big whale to just come in. You know what I'm saying? And viewing it from what it is, we might get an AI and an RWA pump, but it won't be all these crazy coins that people are holding that are like sub 25 million market cap. You know what I mean? It's only gonna be like the best of the best on each niche, and they're gonna all pump at different times. If I think that we're gonna have a run for RWA like we had when we had like prop base and all these other coins pumping too, I really don't think that we will have that. And the reason is because we already had it. So, you know how gaming exploded and then like never again, and then we had metaverse on last bull run and then never again. I think all these niches are hit once in a lifetime. But then you have like the best of the best performers of that niche. We had um we had this one, the damn, I just forgot the name right now because I'm over here looking at something. Um, there was one that was like the biggest player for metaverse, and still people are still
Sand?
buying it on gaming. We had with the M, you remember? I wish I could just take because I'm on the phone. I wish I could just take it down and just check it out for you. But
Was it
oh
Sand?
man,
I
I
know
forgot the name.
Sand was a big one. Gala was a big one.
Yes, Sand was a good. Name me another one. with that with the M.
There was another one that was sand, and there was another one that was the same but different as the
Yeah,
same
it
island.
was a big metaverse. It was a huge metaverse one. That had a astonishing, and people are still buying it today. So it might do something in the bull run. We don't know, but it's not gonna be like I'm gonna tell you, hey, metaverse is coming back after all like DeFi. Like DeFi had a beautiful summer last bull run. I don't know if you remember that. Like
Decentraland, that was it.
Decentraland, Mana, Mana. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. So Mana had a huge run. People are still that shit, like for some reason. And it could pump. I'm not saying it's not going to. It could because it was the best performer and blah blah blah. And everybody's like still holding it. And I don't know, it has a cult behind it. But maybe it doesn't because unfortunately crypto is like it wants to get you like you gotta stay out there seeing what's happening to jump on it. Like if you would have just heard the news about the BlackRock guy, Larry Fink, talking about tokenization on the news and that, real world assets coming to crypto. Man, you immediately you saw that in the news, you would have bought prop base, you would have popped, you would have popped like 10 different coins and you would have done good for the bull run. You would have been super set. It's the same thing when AI came, when open AI popped in the stock market. If you would have bought 10 or 20 different AI stupid coins, you would have done good. But at this point, because they already popped off, you're better off just doing the best. Right now, I think in RWA you have Ondo, and then on AI we got to see like check the performance of the best one they had there. I know that there was a what's it called?
Tau?
Damn. You have BitTensor Tau. Then you had another one called oh my God, there was another one that popped really hard, bro. Like you'll do good if you hold these big poppers. You will do good because they still got the hype and the community behind it. But I don't. I personally, well, what I know of the market. You tell me if I'm wrong, Kelly. Normally, when we see these, these genres or these, they call it um, like, damn, I just forgot the name. When you see these like these type of coins, like okay, AI now, okay, RWA now, they already had the pump. You have to look for the next thing coming up. You gotta stay focused and seeing the news, looking on Twitter, looking at what's the next. If you would have got into the meme craze, you would have done good when the meme craze came. Do I think we're gonna have another meme craze? Yes, we might, but it won't be all the coins again. You won't see everything hitting all-time highs again. You will have the best performers, the best communities, just 1 to 2 to 3 coins. People, like, let's say, I'm sorry if I'm gonna break anybody's boat here, but Brett, Brett is getting everybody crazy right now, right? Like, oh, Brett's gonna be a top. Brett's gonna be a top. Brett is a good one. Brett's a good one. I still don't think it's gonna be the best one because Brett is part of Base, and Base has to do with Coinbase, and Coinbase, unfortunately, is not really pushing it that much as they should. Like, unless we don't see Brett on Coinbase, Binance, and all these big ones, I don't see it doing as people think. You know what I mean? People think that Brett's gonna do good. It might not, but in my eyes, because it has to do with Coinbase, it has a lot of conflict of interest. You know what I mean? It's like the main one for Base. You know what I mean? And Base has a lot of like competitors and people hating it. There's no coin for Base, blah blah blah. It's a Coinbase thing. It's U.S. controlled, blah 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 blah. So because of all that negativity, I would say I like myself, I won't pump it. I won't put 300,000 on Brett, and it might be a wrong decision, and I accept it, but because it's so tied up to base, I wouldn't touch it. But then you have like something that I would touch, um, man, this is sound crazy, but I would touch Pepe. It's an Ethereum thing. It's everywhere. Everybody loves it. You got Turbo. You got like a bunch of other names. You know what I mean? Like No Shill. But you don't want something that's tied up to like so tied up to one thing. Even I would say even Ton memes are kind of good if you get in early, but I wouldn't just hold it the whole way to the bull run because we don't know. They're so tied up to TON. You know what I mean? They're like TON goes down, they go down real quick. Even Ethereum and Pepe, I understand that, but there's something about these tokens that are tied up to just one thing. You know, Pepe is everywhere, Turbo is everywhere. You want something that's getting listed everywhere and it has a cult behind it. You know what I mean?
Well, on that note, I'm looking at the TON chart right now, and I don't even remember when I pulled this up last, but thank God for TradingView kind of saving like lines you've drawn. And I literally pulled up TON when you mentioned it, and there I have a target on this. It pushed up, oh, so good. Had a drop, pushed back up, blah blah blah, whatever. The target I have, it's sitting here at 565. My target is down at about 325 because of massive head and shoulders, rounding top, EMAs crossing negative. We have a lower low followed by a lower high. Everything to this tells me this is going to come down and give another opportunity. But I do want to ask you two things, and we'll wrap out with this because, again, I don't want to hold you hostage here. Aerodrome. It's a DEX. Some people super love DEXs, some people don't. But when I look at Aerodrome and I realize beyond the chart, when you see one of the things that really popped Aerodrome initially was not only was it a DEX on base, but Coinbase market bought on spot market $100 million worth of Aerodrome. Now, the reason why I think that's important based on what you were saying before is Coinbase also just created wrapped Bitcoin, and it's all going to be essentially transacted and processed through Base. So as we see more institutions get involved, whether it's Bitcoin spot ETFs or we actually see people really putting on the balance sheet self custody, this tells me that institutional involvement using wrapped Bitcoin, and it's all settled through Aerodrome. It's like, for me, that's like, okay, that's a fundamental. Yeah, let's fucking buy this and hold it. I don't need to trade this on a 4 hour. I'll hold this till the end of the, my target, wherever the bull market likely top is.
Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. If like right now they're pushing this. This is their baby, man. This is not gonna go down anytime soon, man. You know what I mean? Aerodrome is just gonna. Well, look at the chart, bro. That thing reversed all the way down. You see right there, we have the last line, and man, it has a strong community. I don't think that thing's gonna go down from there.
Hey, you know what I'm gonna do
At
right
all,
now?
and it's gonna be one of the best performers.
I'm gonna do right now live on air. I don't usually open up my spot Coinbase account on air, but I'm gonna buy $2,000 worth of Aerodrome right now.
Yeah.
If I'm talking about it and I think it's bullish, it's bullshit unless I'm showing you that I'm buying it. And I just so y'all know, this is
Absolutely.
just so y'all know, you all see this. This is, you see I have 50K here. This is not my portfolio. This is what I have on Coinbase. You don't hold, I would
Awesome.
honestly say this, you don't hold more than 5% of your assets on any exchange ever. I'm a partner with CoinW. I love
Never.
them. I do not hold I hold a small amount on there. I hold most, if I'm holding something, it's cold storage or I'm taking profits and it's just a liquidity account. So let's go ahead and buy. Let's see.
Yeah.
What the fuck is buy? All right. So, hey, wrap us out. We're going to continue on, but I want to let you get back to your kids. If you had to pick three coins, and you had to hold them between now and August next year, what would they be?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good question. All right, only 3 coins, right? I like from here all the way to the top of the bull run. I will hold. Actually, do hold these. I will hold Ethereum, Solana, and a exchange called Crypto.com. Crowcoin. Crowcoin always performs at the end of the bull market. They have a beautiful business.
Let me ask you, would you say that you're probably, for long term, your most bullish pick It's kind of funny because we've talked about it. You've said it so many times to me. I have a feeling that's your favorite
Yeah.
crypto. I mean, I know you don't marry your bags, but
Yeah.
I think it is your favorite. No, can you
Yeah.
explain why? Because I think it's actually interesting how you explained to me that one time that how the founder works with the whales, and they when all the crashes happened, they didn't have any issues. They reimbursed and all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So the problem is I like investing on businesses. I take my traditional knowledge and I use it on crypto. And this is something I use to hold. I sorry?
No, it's all you. I
Yeah.
don't know. It cut out.
Okay, cool, cool. So I personally love holding good businesses. I think Solana is a good business because everybody wants to be in there. Ethereum is a good business. Um, and then Crow is a good business. Why Crow is a good business? I love their CEO. I love what they're doing. They don't care. They don't care if people is crying about them losing their debit card benefits during the bear market and then bringing them back later on. They don't care. They'll take any decision to make sure that their business rolls the way it rolls. And then the other thing is, it's one of the easiest platforms for retail to join. Just download it on your phone. You get the cute little blue debit card sent to your home, and hey, it's at Kobe's it's at Kobe's basketball court, man. Come on, how can they fail? Like this thing has everything behind it to succeed and be the one of the best performers in this upcoming bull market. It's only like it's been between 7 and 10 cents for the longest. This thing went to 80 cents, almost $1 last bull run. If you can pull it up, you'll see this thing always performs, and it's a boring as I could say holding. It's boring as hell, but when it pops, it pops, and it pops because the people behind crypto.com know what they're doing. It's the most, I would say, the Kiwi friendly way to buy anything or hold anything. They have, a great platform. They almost never crash. They had a few crashes before, like things that happened before, but nothing affected the holders. Nothing affected their holdings. They've been battle tested. And like I said, it's so newcomer friendly. Then people, realize, hey, the fees. That's another thing I like. They got bad fees. It's not a platform for professionals like me, like Kelly. Like it's too expensive for us. We want to pay the cheap fee. We want to use the VPN. We want to have, we will go through all these hoops to get the best spreads, the best fees, the best platform to trade. We'll go through it. But the regular people want to download an app, put it on their phone, verify, and buy the token. Like I would say that even if Coinbase had a token, it would do good too. But because Coinbase doesn't have a token, I say the next contender is Crypto.com. Is the most new people friendly platform. It does, and their main business is to make money, and that is important for me. I want a business. I want to hold a lot of a business that cares about making money. They're not going to go anywhere tomorrow, next week, next year. I really highly doubt they're going to go anywhere because their main goal is to make money. They're not here to make anybody's life easier or harder. They just are here to make money. It's a platform that makes money. And it's boring as hell, like I said. It's a boring investment, but it always pops. I've seen the last two bull runs. This thing always just goes bananas for some reason. Last time we almost hit $1. It's freaking crazy, bro. And then it came all back down, and yeah, that's the reason why. It's a profitable business and it's not going anywhere.
God damn, drop more alpha in it. Why don't you?
Bro, man, it's so awesome to hear you. I
Yeah.
just love to hear your passion behind it, and it's people like you in the space that really gives me hope that we're not gonna all fucking burn to the ground, and we're gonna keep moving, and hopefully people that that see that you can be profitable, like like all three of us. But I think anyone could agree, and you even would probably honestly say, since you are honest crypto, you're probably one of the most profitable traders, I don't know, in the world, or at least definitely in the United States. I mean, and that is a testament to, you said 2014. How long have you been? I keep asking you questions because I just love chatting with you. But
No,
one
don't
last
worry.
thing,
I'm,
and I'll
I'm
let you.
here for you guys.
Okay, so when
Yeah,
did
don't
you?
worry.
How long did you said you lost 1,000 trades before you became profitable? But in reality, how long did it take for you to like really get it? And like, because there are people, they join my community, they start trading like the first day, and they start depositing money, and that's all fine, I think, but you have to expect to lose. Everyone's got a different learning curve. What was yours, and what was probably, I would say, the most difficult thing for you to learn before you became so profitable?
Yeah, I can tell you. You want to know what it was?
Yeah.
I humble myself.
Mm.
Yeah, that was the hardest thing because we all come in here with the ego. Like we get our first trade, that's right, and we get this friggin' ego. Like, bro, I'm gonna be the next Warren Buffett. Just watch. We all got that confidence our mom gave us that we can do anything we want and we're gonna conquer them. And if you come with that mentality to crypto or trading per se, even traditional markets, no, bro, no. You have to do your homework and pay your dues, and you have to lose to be able to win. And every loss for me was painful at first. I started, being honest with you, I'll tell you, I started trading in 2015. I actually started trading in 2013, but I would lose money, and like everybody else, I would just get pissed. I would get pissed. I would get pissed. I would get pissed, and I would forget about it. I wouldn't touch my computer for the rest of the year. After I blow up an account, okay, that was me. I was a crybaby. I was egotistical, POS, and it took me a lot to understand that the market didn't owe me anything and that I was going to make money if somebody else lost money. And I had to learn how to make sure that someone else lose money and I make money. And when you understand that when you lose, you're not losing to just the exchange or some other professional like me. You're actually giving your money to someone else, and you humble yourself, and you understand that you're in a position that you are not set to win. You are just set to perform. If you focus on performing, that was the hardest thing ever trading, having to humble myself and take my ego in the throat and swallow it and understand that I'm nobody in the market and that the market doesn't owe me shit. I have to perform. This is like sports. You have to perform. If you want to be a good trader, you have to perform. Now, how do you perform? I'll tell you the trick. Number one thing I started doing was writing down everything that I did, everything I felt. It helped me a lot. And you don't have to write it. You can just text it on a note on your iPhone or your Android, whatever you have, and just write how you feel. Damn, idiot. Today I put $200 in, and I looked at the 1 hour and I got excited. I thought it was going to go up. I didn't look at the 15 minute. I didn't look at the 2 day. I didn't see that the trend was down. I totally blew it off. I got super confident, and this happened. I got in the trade and I got wrecked. I lost $200 today, and I started writing myself and just understanding, bro. Look at myself in the mirror every day and say, hey, you know what? Um, I'm a nobody, and I'm going to learn this thing. If there's people out there that are dumber than me, smarter than me, and they get it, I'm gonna get it. Now, when you lose money, that's what that was saying. One time I remember I was working and I saved up like $5,000, and literally I got in a trade. And I will be honest with you, I started like I was gonna take my wife to work that day because I worked from home. Actually, I trade from home for JP. I was able to work from home at that time, and I will tell you right now, I started to get like I began to get ready. My wife went to get something in the kitchen. She calls me to the kitchen. I open the trade. I come back like in less than 5 minutes. I was liquidated, and that was like my whole life savings, like $5,000 at that time. I still
Jeez.
remember that, and it felt so. Yeah, bro, it felt so bad, bro. I had to tell my wife, almost crying, like, "Babe, I just lost our savings." She's like, okay, like what you mean? I'm like, yo, like I just got liquidated. Oh, but what you did? And I'm like, oh, I just, I put 30x on this, and it just went the other way, and I got liquidated real quick. And she's like, no, like check that thing. It can't be that fast. And I checked, and I did that mistake. I just went in and checked. Bro, I literally checked everything on the damn thing, like how this happened to me, like why, like they stole my money. Bro, I felt so bad. And at that point, I remember taking her to work, and I was just quiet the whole time. When I left her at work, I parked on the side, and I just pulled the freaking mirror of my car, bro. You know the center mirror, the mirror that you look back. I pulled that shit and put it on my ass, and I just remember telling myself, "You're gonna get this. You're gonna fucking get this, and you're gonna go back, and you're gonna fuck." I'm sorry if I'm talking too bad. I'm sorry. I'm just honest. And I'm
Yo,
gonna go back, and I'm gonna
can I ask you a
f them
question?
in the ass too, like with the sense.
I want to ask you a question
Yeah,
because
tell me.
same thing happened to me about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And I talk about this on my stream all the time because I think it's important. Everybody talks about wins. It's like Instagram. Here's my best of series. Now, bitch, tell me about the last time you cried. I don't want to see your vacation. Let's be real, right? And so when
Yeah,
about 4 or 5 years
absolutely.
ago, I was so good, and I'm saying this arrogantly because this is what fucked me up. I was so good at spot trading that I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be rich next week. I started leverage trading, and I'm not joking. I lost like $70,000 or $80,000 in 2 trades, and one was a bad trade. The other was a revenge trade, kamikaze trading, as CryptoFace calls it. And the what really fucked me up about it
Mm.
was when I was looking at the chart after I got liquidated. 10 minutes later, the price action went the exact place I thought it was going to go. And I was like, how am I getting liquidated when I'm seeing where it goes? And this is why so many people get wrecked in this market, because you can have good analysis, but if your risk management isn't on par with the volatility of the market,
Mhm.
they're going to take your money and then they're going to send it to where the chart showed it was going to go. Did that happen to you when you lost that 5K? Did it just completely go against you, or did it
Yeah.
wash you out and then go back exactly where you thought it would?
Yeah, so that's the depressing part. It actually went all the way down on me, right? And I came back, and then like 3, 4 hours later, that thing was like back to where I wanted it to go, and that hurt so much. I think that wasn't even painful. It was more painful than just losing the money. Like it just slaps you in the face. It's like the fatality when you're playing Kombat.
Hadouken.
Mortal Kombat. You know when
Haruken.
you're playing that shit and they just do a fatality on you. That's how it feels, man. It just rocked my world. Do you feel like you're not even a man no more, man? At that point, you're looking
Oh
at the screen and you're
shit.
like, "Am I a man?" And, like, what the, like, bro? Literally, I remember that feeling. It was horrible, bro. It was horrible. It was just horrible, man. And I'll tell you that after that big loss, it was a big loss for me because it was like my whole savings that I saved up working legally. I had like a regular, at that time, 2014, I was a rent a center manager. I was like managing a store where we sold $200 TVs for $2,000 to people. And um, it just took everything out of me. But guess what happened when that happened? I didn't give up, and I bought a book called Trading Analysis for Dummies. Trading Analysis for Dummies. And I bought that book, and I remember I read it, and I read it, and I read it, and I read it, and I started looking for research at that time. I started seeing people live streaming and doing videos while trading, and I started seeing what they were using and blah blah blah. And there was a video that changed my life. I'm gonna try to find it to send it to you, Kelly, because that video, the guy said, um, it's called Trading. Yeah, yeah.
We have it on the screen. We searched technical analysis for dummies. $10.97 will save you a
Technical
hundred
analysis
million
for dummies.
dollars.
There you go.
Actually think I have it.
Yeah, so yeah, one of those. Yeah, right there. I bought everything I could to learn and learn and learn. And there was one video that changed my life. And that's why I love YouTubers. And I really respect people that are like out there like you, Kelly, just giving information to people. Someone said it's not about what you know, is what you do with what you know. It's not about how much you know, it's what you do with as little as you know. It's not about having the big kitchen to cook a good meal. It's about knowing what to do and when, if you're frying something, how long you're going to put the oil. How, if you're preparing a pizza, how long it's going to be in the, it's not about having the most fancy ingredients and the most fancy oven. It's about you really knowing how to friggin' do a pizza. You know what I mean? And it'll be good, bro. It's not rocket science. You know what I mean? And I think people are like always caught up on the sauce, just waiting to find the red pill, like I call it, bro. And you got to do what you know with what you know and dominate, dominate, dominate. If you dominate what you know, if you know how to use the MACD only, use the damn MACD and try every setting on it and 1,000 trades on that shit. If you're trading with the microcipher market, cipher B, a Luxago, all that shit, whatever you have, dominate it, bro. And you got to know every freaking button on it. Just dominate it. Buy a book about it. Look at people that trade with it. Just turn obsessed with it, man, and you're gonna get it. And I promise you, if you do what you can with what you have, and you learn as much as you can learn from just what you know, you will succeed because you will have an edge. That's what I call the edge. The edge is when you dominate what you have. You don't dominate the best thing, the best tool. You dominate what you dominate, and you learn, and then you can move on if you want to get more fancier and get, I don't know, man, like just talk to a Russian guy and get like a freaking quantum trading thing for yourself. It's okay, but at the end of the day, you got to do what you can with what you have. It's not about having the best or having the the. There's no good or bad indicator. There's no good or bad sauce. It's about you doing what you can with what you have and dominating and following yourself. If you're doing something right, if you set up, that was the other thing I was gonna say. It helped me to make rules. When I wrote everything, when I felt stupid, I made a set of rules. Why I lost this didn't put a stop loss. Okay. Rule number one, when I open a trade, I set up a stop loss. Do I move it? No, I don't move it. Why? I lost $2,500 in this trade. Why? Because I moved the stop loss. It went against me. Dummy. I'll put dummy on the freaking thing. I'll put dummy. Dumbass, you'd move your stop loss. You fucked up. You know what I mean? And you just set up a set of rules, man. And you have no feelings. You don't trade feelings. You trade the charts. That's what made it profitable. In 2017, we had the bull market. It went good for me, but I had a battle with feelings and shit. And I worked myself up on 2017, 2018. All my money came really, really, really big from 2020. You know what I mean? 2020, I was a beast, and that's it. 2020 changed my life. COVID, just being confined to my to my house. I was just I was all day in my house, and that's when I started getting stupid profitable, man. Stupid, stupid profitable.
So I got the most important question of the night. You ready for it?
Talk to me.
How's your kid playing right now?
Talk to me.
How's
Man, he's doing great.
Yeah.
He's actually practicing right now. Huh?
No, go ahead.
He's kicking the ball right now. That's all he's doing. He's like freaking going around and around, and like, I don't know, man. He's just so active.
Is he
I
the
hope
best
makes it
is he the
hopefully.
best soccer player he can be? Is he a professional yet, or is he having fun playing and learning?
And he's having fun. He's falling, all kinds of shit. He's like, yeah, he's as amateur as it can be, but someday, hopefully, he gets it. He's just
No,
having a lot of fun
and I'm
at
just
this
tying that
point
in
with a
because
bunch of friends.
that's the same thing as trading. We jump in thinking we're going to compete with the fucking $100 million algorithm and a $2 billion fund trading high frequency with algorithms that are trading shit that we're not aware of, and then we're mad. Oh, I lost 1,000.
Yeah,
I suck.
concentrate,
No,
Phillips.
you don't suck. You're competing against the world's best. When you enter trading, you are elite athlete. You're competing with elite. You're jumping into a sport that immediately you're on the same playing field as Lionel Messi. Boom, immediately. And we go, why am I losing? Well, because you have to realize everybody's here to make money, and you're just part of the either making money yourself or the fuel for their money.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right, Kelly. You're totally right. That's it. And just understand that. I would tell anybody, just understand that the market is never going to be on your favor. It shouldn't be on your favor. You should be actually making your own favor on the market. You should be cutting your piece out of the market. You know, the market's not going to bend for you. You have to bend it. You know, you have to actually, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's not even just I mean, investing is a lot of that. And some people might hear that and say, well, what do you mean bend it, right? And it kind of comes back to what I was talking with him about earlier, that instead of chasing the paper, which means the paper's running away from you and you're running after it, you let it come to you. Let the market come to you. Let the entries come to you. Let the price fall or rise to where you want it. And in a way, that's like your own version of manipulating the market, so mega alpha here, bro. I think we are gonna, I don't know,
Yeah,
close it out.
absolutely. It's been nice to be with you guys all night over here. Like, really, thank you for bringing me up, Kelly, and thanks. I'm thankful for you guys too. I think you guys are
My homie.
Yeah, dude, it's been great. This is the longest we've really had a chance to really talk. And I appreciate every thought you've had, every experience you've shared, and just the time you spent with us. Everybody in the chat, you see I have his Twitter pulled up. You're an asshole if you don't follow him. That's just the truth. He just dropped an hour of his time with his family to come and share how he's made millions. Whether you agree or not, it's irrelevant. Do you want to learn? Give him a follow.
Appreciate you, Big Doug.
absolutely. Yeah,
Tell
man,
your
I'm
wife
gonna
I
let you
said
guys
hey.
go then, and yeah,
Tell your
I
kids
will.
said
Hey,
hi and
G,
good luck to them.
Jack,
Yo.
say hi. She said hi to you guys too. She's over there. I'm
Thank
in
you,
the
bro.
corner over here. All
All
right,
right,
guys.
man.
So big hug to y'all and to the community. Thank you for your time. It's precious as well that you let me talk over here, and and thank you for everything, Kelly, and thank you guys.
Full of value,
It's a
man.
pleasure.
Appreciate it. That's it. Honest Crypto.
All
Thanks,
right.
bro. Ladies and gentlemen, thank
All
you for
right.
sticking around. It's been a great pleasure for mostly for me, but I spent the entire time also trying to fix my camera driver. So
No bullshit. The whole time Honest was talking, Danks was still trying to fix his camera, and the so he could join back in. He's been doing this the entire time. But we love you guys, everybody. We're gonna wrap this out. We're gonna do just a quick hello, goodbye, love you. Drop a heart in the chat, just for the time. We appreciate you. Member stream. This is all we got. Adios, muchachos. Over and out.